Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Zac Eubank, the CEO of HyperRPG and GM of 10 Candles. Now, this is a new horror show we're doing on HyperRPG, and originally we were going to keep this only on Twitch, but we had a ton of people demanding on Twitter that we port it over to our YouTube channel. So at the time of this upload, we've already started Volume 2 of this anthology series. 10 Candles is an RPG system that creates a ton of suspense for the players. We're going to have a set cast for this show, and it's the most serious thing we've ever done as a live story on our channel. We were extremely nervous to do this because, well, for one, we're a bunch of goofballs, and we work with a bunch of improv comedians. We've always erred on the side of silly and not to take yourself too seriously. So this has been a grand experiment for us. We hope that you enjoy it. They are about 2.5 hours long, but extremely suspenseful. And the very first episode, we had some audio noise gating issues with the software that we were using for my voice as the GM. We messaged the company. They fixed it by episode 2. So the noise gating that you hear, it goes away on the second episode. But we hope that you enjoy. If you have questions or you want to learn more, go to 10candles.straylogic.com. In fact, for the new volume, we even have a map and everything else up on there. And join the HyperRPG chat room. This show airs live on HyperRPG every Monday night at 6 p.m. And the audience is able to actually help tell the story. When we created HyperRPG, one of our main goals was to do interactive storytelling with an audience, which is something that's really hard for us to do on YouTube, and we're brainstorming ways to do that. But on Twitch, it's really easy for us to do that. So in that show, people are able to give us truths. Those truths then dictate the next chapter of the story, and we're writing it together as an audience and as players and as the GM. So it's a really unique experience. We hope that you enjoy the show. Get ready for 2.5 hours of spoopy. We open on the Springfield-Branson, Missouri airport, outside the front of the airport, or in, we'll say, the lobby area of the airport, outside of the baggage check area. There is a small bar. Sitting at this bar is Jan Baker. Jan happened to be the first of the group to arrive. This group is a group of friends that are all making their way out to this small airport in regional Missouri for the 5th annual kind of friend hangout session. Back in the early 2000s, you all went to a art school together, summer program, we'll say. Very short but intense 3 months of study. At the end of that program, you all swore you would remain friends forever, you know, be the best of friends, but immediately after, you fell off each other's radar. But a good 10 years later, one of your friends, Mallory, reached back out to you on Facebook and set up a group and really wanted to bring the group back together. Through this conversation, you started communicating more with each other, becoming closer friends, and you all made a pact that every year, around the same time of the art camp, you would all go on a trip together. The first year, it was Jan's trip. Each year after, the rest of you decided where you would go and what you would do on these trips. In the first year, all of you, including Mallory, joined on this trip, but every year after, Mallory was unable to attend for unknown reasons, usually just wouldn't show up. The fifth and final year, this year, it's Mallory's turn. Mallory has told you nothing about this trip. He informed you only to bring along a camping pack and purchased you all tickets to meet at this airport at the bar outside. So we exit the scene here on Jan. Jan, what are you drinking?
Right now I'm drinking this really disgusting looking blue American drink. I don't really know what's in it, but it's very sugary and it's gross, but it's got alcohol in it, so that's helping because I really didn't enjoy traveling.
Great. So why don't you tell the people watching at home who Jan is?
Excellent. Jan Baker is a visual artist. She uses and recycles other people's trash and recycled materials into posable figures, mechanical statues, moving mobiles, functional furniture, unique wall-mounted art, and commission pieces such as stage props and cosplay items. She's very creative, but she is unfortunately a stoner, so she's very forgetful, and she lives her life making art. And she actually took all of her friends to a festival in the desert for that first year and showed off one of those great big mechanical sculptures out in the desert. She helped make that. So that's Jan.
So what you don't know is usually you're always late to everything that you do, and Mallory decided to get your ticket first as payback for showing up late on the very first trip. That was your own trip. So you've been sitting at this bar for about an hour. As you're sitting there, your friend Raymond taps you on the shoulder.
Oh, Jiminy. Raymond, you scared the bejesus. You can't sneak up on me. I told you. You can't sneak up on me like that, man. I'm so paranoid already.
Good seeing you.
How are you?
Good, really
Did
good.
you just get... I've been here for like ages, I think.
No, I just got
like.
here. Yeah. I just got here.
Oh, okay. How was your flight?
It was good.
Yeah?
That's right.
All right. Are you excited?
I don't know. I'm kind of unsure what's going on. I mean, like, normally you guys we tell each other what we're going to do.
Yeah,
and he's
a bit
like,
of a surprise,
just
isn't it?
camping.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're outside. I like outside, though.
I do, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there might be bears. So
Bears?
Got some bear pepper spray. Massive things, kind of like
We're
a little
eating bears?
Huh?
What?
No. There might be bears when we're...
Oh, to spray them, not to season.
No, yeah.
You notice you both notice on the opposite side of the bar, two individuals with their luggage, their carry-on luggage, staring at you both as they sit there and drink their beer slowly.
Is that?
No.
Okay.
These are two random individuals.
Not to be paranoid or anything, but I feel like we're
Someone's
being
checking you out.
What? That's not...
Where are you all from?
What's that now? Sorry, I didn't understand your cowboy accent.
Where are you from?
Oh, just...
Obviously not here.
No, just out of town, just visiting, going for a little camp, outside. I like the outdoors.
I'm from California. Where are you guys from?
Here.
The airport? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Just
drink mine.
here.
Nice. You flying or you just come back?
Returning.
Okay, cool. Where'd you guys come from?
You're so serious.
Here.
But
where are you from? You're not from...
It's an airport where everyone's from different places here.
No,
I grew up in England, but I studied art here. Actually, I'm an artist. I live here. This is my home.
You got a citizenship and whatnot?
Yeah, of course. Who are you? Are you like?
Let me see it. You got that card on?
Who are you?
No, I'm just curious. I want to see the...
This is making me uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Who are you? Who are you to ask our ID?
I'm just curious.
All right,
I'm
all right.
just curious. You
Just
see
checking
people
your time.
coming around, talking all funny.
All right.
Well,
we're just gonna get back to our drinks, all right?
All right. Yeah. And they just kind of go back to...
God, it's
Whatever.
so uncomfortable being in Cowboy Town, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Good
Raymond
grief.
Pierce Murasaki. Do you want to share with everyone who you are?
So this is the character I created. His name is Raymond Pierce Murasaki. Otherwise, people call him Ray. Ray has an unimpressive physique. He's a 5-time failed police academy hopeful. He works as a mall cop. He's a solo father to a daughter of 3 years, Lily, and her mom, his girlfriend, passed away by complications at childbirth. Essentially, they all met at art school, and so Ray he identifies as an artist, but while he was living with his girlfriend. She was a breadwinner. She was a veterinarian, and he was a starving artist. And when he had his daughter and the girlfriend passed away, that's when his priorities and direction changed. He was more focused on protecting those that was precious to him. And so he wanted to go down in line of security and just develop that protective nature, I suppose. And hopefully one day wants to become a police officer.
So as the two of you get back to your drinks, immediately following Addie, your friend Addie kind of steps into the situation, having just overheard as you walked up these two individuals in the corner of the room, kind of asking them where they're from and giving them the eye.
Hey, darling.
Oh my God, Addie!
It's really nice to see you. Oh, where are you from? Do you have your citizenship?
What an asshole!
Like
What?
right
He's so
now? Do you have your
aggressive,
passport and
Yeah.
your papers to show me?
What?
What
just
is that?
visiting.
People are weird.
That's so
Don't
strange.
be
Everybody's
scared.
like in their bubble, and they hate seeing anything outside of their bubble, and they don't realize that society made that bubble for them in the first place.
That pissed me off.
Whoa,
Gotta say.
mind
Yeah.
blown. That's crazy.
Yeah, no worries.
How was your
Jan.
flight?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was so good. I
Yeah?
actually got upgraded to first class for the first
What?
time.
That's
I
amazing.
know. That was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Aw.
I really enjoyed myself. I had so many mimosas.
You look
I am
good.
flying so high. Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
So this is Adara Nadine Morningside. Why don't you go ahead and share for everyone who you are?
So my character's name is Adara Nadine Morningside. Call her Addie. Everybody does. Her name literally means fire, hope, and morning. Yeah, she did not make it as an artist. She would do photorealism, but she decided that she liked to eat more.
Actually eat.
So yeah, exactly. So it just didn't work out. But she comes from a long line of chefs. So she started Morningsides and utilized a lot of her family's recipes into this really popular brunch spot. And it's steadily taken over, her region, the South, going into the East. Very popular. She still cooks in the landmark location, which is in Pensacola, Florida. Very sweet-tempered. She's a weekend yoga warrior. Loves her mimosas. Girl loves to drink. And she's vegan hopeful. It's like one day.
You can do it.
Okay.
Well,
Fast
that's
willing.
literally my life.
So, the three of you continue drinking and just catching up.
Wow.
Surprising to you, Mallory's still not shown up to pick you up, and even more surprising, Cindy has not made it there yet. Usually the most punctual of the group, and for some reason she's late.
Jan, I'd slow down on your AMFs. That's more
Did you just say
powerful than you think it
Oh.
is.
Is that what? I thought it was just sugar water. I was wondering what.
It tastes like that. It's not. Believe me, I'm a veteran when it comes to this.
I know I'm not the best at timekeeping, but
You're right.
where
I was
is
just
Cindy?
thinking that. We're a couple drinks in. Should she be here?
Oh, yeah. Usually Cindy's buying us around by now.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Do you want
That's
to hit
weird.
her up on her phone? Maybe. Oh no, she might be on the. Yeah. No.
On the
She's
flight.
probably
Yeah.
on the
Let's
on
go
the
see if
flight.
her flight's delayed or something.
Yeah, let's go to the
we
board.
could.
Wait,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me chug this. I don't want to.
Wait.
All right, hold on.
Chug it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, if
Half,
you're
yeah,
going to
okay.
roll like that. then-
Oh, it's so. I don't know how you made
Yes,
this. Do it.
let's.
It's so gross.
Mm.
Oh, buzzing. All right, let's go find her.
Um,
Okay, so
Ray,
you
Ray,
are
Ray.
you're headed
Oh,
towards.
right.
You just want to go check the flights that are coming in.
You gotta
see
make
if
us
there's
roll
a
for it.
delay. No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't give him ideas.
Oh, is she flying straight?
I've totally got
from
the Asian glow right
studio,
now.
or- Is she
That's a
flying
good
straight from
question.
studio, or
Probably
was
is.
she
She's
like
she does
on
one of those
location?
job things, doesn't she?
Yeah.
coming in from Minnesota, correct?
Yeah.
No, Great Falls, Montana.
Montana, Great Falls,
Okay.
She's
Montana.
one of
coming
those
in from
M
Montana.
states. It's
Right.
like
One of those,
Mississippi
So it should be
or
that one there. Okay.
It did say
Yeah.
delayed, but should be landing any minute now.
Okay.
What
all right. So
gate
we're
did it
good.
say it landed at?
So another drink.
No,
Yeah.
let's take a drink to the gate to welcome her to the
Oh,
group.
yeah,
that's
you know,
a good
catch
idea.
up, you know?
That's a
Yeah,
good
you can
idea.
order right here at the gate now. This is like one of the really great things.
They
like, look, it's
understand.
like these screens right here. You just put in
Customer
what you want,
service.
and they
So
come
wait,
and
you're
bring
telling
it.
me you're that you're wanting to go back inside,
No,
what-
we're
you're-
ordering at the gate. We're
but you were outside at a bar, so you went back through security, or
Oh, I thought
No,
this
no,
was
the bar
inside
was
the
in-
airport.
no, it's in baggage claim.
Okay, so I mean we're stuck basically. We can't.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, I
you'd have to
guess-
wait there.
Well,
All
her
right.
plane's
We gotta
coming in,
go.
it's delayed, but what baggage carousel is her suitcase coming in? We'll just meet her there.
I just chucked
As
this
you all
on
are
the
sitting
bird.
there talking,
yeah. Well, she only flies one airline like all the time.
as
We
you all are
just
sitting
rated
there
that one.
talking, Cindy's
Virgin.
basically just standing in front of you, looking at you.
Someone's behind you.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait, don't ever say that to me. Don't like me.
I found
Whoa. Well, people stop
Hey,
saying
it's the big shot.
Air kisses.
Hi.
Come here.
I know, touching so much.
Gracious.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
What
surprised.
happened to you? I had the worst flight.
Why?
Oh,
no.
Well, so usually I get bumped up to biz class because, you know, they know who I am.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'll buy a ticket at the gate. Little did I know, buying a ticket at the gate flags you, which isn't great. And I just kept standing there thinking, hello, look at me. You guys know who I am.
You weren't on that telly, innit? We'll see it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Comet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, we
peons
know.
didn't recognize you.
They
Right.
did
We
not.
got the email blast from you when you named yourself that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I mean, you know, named yourself, recreated your
Branded,
persona,
yeah.
whatever,
Branded,
branded.
got it.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
great. I still
Yeah,
get
yeah.
your newsletter. I like
Yeah.
it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. It's like no one responds though, so I wonder if it goes straight to spam.
Well, we're just so proud of you.
Oh,
I'm a
thank
big
you.
fan.
To say sometimes, you know?
So, the Comet, why don't you share with us a little bit of your backstory?
Hi, I'm Cindy the Comet Touchstone. She's always polished, even and especially when she doesn't need to be. She's a newscaster, lead anchor recently from Great Falls, Montana on the Great Falls Minute. The artist thing was fun for a while, but she found her calling in front of the camera. She's famous in Great Falls, and she's shocked when people don't recognize her. And right now, it doesn't seem like people are really recognizing her, so she's going to play it as like, woo, such a relief to be out of the spotlight for once. She's very sweet and fake AF. The Lokis are coming up next week, which is the local news awards, and she's up for biggest smile. She hasn't told anyone about this, but assumes they know from her numerous newsletters, so...
Sorry, my chair just went down all by itself. I didn't do a darn thing to it, I swear.
Well, thank you, Mike, for joining her.
Solidarity
wanted to be
and
left
all
out. So, thank you, the Comet, for sharing that with us. So now the four of you have gathered, you have your luggage, and you're waiting outside Springfield, Missouri, Branson Regional Airport, and it's hot, extremely hot, mid-90s, humid.
Oh my God, I'm going to
The
die.
kind of humidity where you can feel the sweat just forming on your skin and dripping off like you're walking through water.
I've got to say, I'm used to it being wet, but not like...
So where the
thick,
fuck
really?
is Mallory?
Oh, this feels like home to
I
me.
hate this. I absolutely
This
hate
is Florida
Uh-uh.
through and through.
I'm used to the dry heat.
You hear the sound of an extremely loud truck pulling up, and off in the distance, you kind of see this red and white. If you knew what this was, you probably wouldn't, but it's a Chevy Silverado, an old 1992 Chevy Silverado, pulling its way through the parking area, a very empty, small airport parking area, as it kind of spins its tires as it turns sideways and moves its way up towards you all. As it comes screeching to a halt right in front of you, you see two individuals sitting in the front and another smaller, skinny individual that you recognize as Mallory. The door opens as one of the individuals kind of jumps out. Very skinny, pale individual, kind of got all sorts of scratch marks on his arms. Seems like a very nervous tick individual. As he steps out of the way, Mallory jumps out from the middle of the truck. You made it! Oh, you made it! This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, it's fine.
No, it's
Oh,
fine,
yeah,
you
it's
know.
been ages.
Why don't
Yeah.
you introduce us to your friends and
Yeah,
tell us
all
who
we
they
did
are
was
and why
catch
they're-
up.
Oh, yeah,
well,
who's that one?
There are drivers that they're taking us where we're going. I had to find someone to do it.
Sounds like a bad
There's
deal,
no
I
there's
don't
no
like.
cabs or Uber or Lyft or anything.
So
Let's
this
go.
is just
Wait,
a.
in
like
this
that.
one truck for all of us?
Oh, we're gonna ride in the back. It's gonna be like a real experience.
Good D. I can't wait for this.
How are you,
American
Mallory?
experience.
I'm good.
Yeah?
Thank you for
Yeah.
asking.
Oh, you look
Yeah.
so
Finn.
wild.
I came down here last week. I've been scouting out everything. I've got everything planned.
Uh-huh.
I've got
Okay,
everything planned. It's gonna
great.
be
Okay.
it's
Is
gonna
he
be so
moving
much
quickly
fun.
to
I
everyone
love your
else?
energy,
No, I don't.
Mallory.
I'm not sure about that. She has a little
Yeah.
bit
But
mad.
But
this,
you're okay, right? You're good. You.
I mean, yeah.
look-
I'm so excited to see you all. It's my turn.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
we've been waiting for you to come out of the woodwork. So
Aw.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry about last year and the year before.
You
and
know,
And the one before that.
it's
everybody's
just-
busy.
Right.
I know some of us more than
That's
others.
true.
So.
I was preparing for a show and I just couldn't. I couldn't get away.
Okay.
Oh, we understand.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do.
Oh, I'm
Good
looking
for
forward
you.
to it,
I'm proud of
Mallory.
you. Yeah.
But you have your packs. You have your bags.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got our
Shall we do it?
camping
Yes.
gear.
So it's gonna be a little bit of a ride. It's about 2.5 hours away.
2.5
What?
hours in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
2.5 hours in the back of a truck.
It's better than riding in the
2.5
front.
hours
in
in
the
you know
middle.
what? I have my business credit card with me, and I can just rent another
yes, I
car.
really
There's-
like
do you wanna
idea,
do that,
actually.
Mallory?
Just like
Nice.
follow.
There's no
We're just
rental
getting-
car place.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, I
Guys, let's just go. Like, it's Mallory's plan. We all agreed that we were going to
seatbelts.
go
That's
do Mallory's
true.
plan. Come on,
That's
It-
Mallory.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be great. It's all.
I'm looking forward to it, Mallory.
It's gonna be so much fun.
You know
okay,
what?
Well,
Okay, I'm down. I can use this for maybe like an undercover,
There you
deep cover
go.
story. Bring it to the people of Great Falls.
Mm.
I mean, not undercover. I guess.
I mean, it's Montana, right?
wow. Okay.
I mean, it's not that different from. No, it's.
Hey, I'm up
No,
for an
that's-
adventure.
Me
then.
too,
Well,
Mallory.
agree.
Lead the way.
It looks
I
like
love
there's
being in
one
the
spot
woods.
left in the truck, though. Do we want to like Rochambeau for that, or all in the back?
Are there
Oh, wait.
seatbelts in the
All of
back?
us in the back seat?
No, there's
In
no
the-
back seat.
So
It's
we're
just-
in the
just
bed of
back.
the
Oh,
truck.
Literally just the bed of a
Ah.
truck.
Oh,
We're in the bed of the
okay.
truck.
Welcome to America.
I know.
The
Hey, we can
individual,
catch up
the
while
individual
we're
at the
back
driver's seat kind of leans forward, looking at you all. Been out of all day. Come on, get in.
Okay.
Anyone
All right,
understand
let's
what
go.
I'm saying? Oh my God, he's precious.
I just heard, in.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
me too, me
We're
too.
going.
Get the fucking truck. Go.
I just heard,
I heard a gesture towards the back
Let's
of the
just
truck.
go.
Let's all get in the
I'm-
back.
I'll just hold
The
on.
Hey.
skinny one that's kind of scratching because yo, you making fun of my friend?
What?
It's
No,
What?
no.
No.
He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, this is what
This
we
Oh,
is-
do.
big
Yeah.
city boy.
Uh,
I get it. I get
all
it.
right, so we're just gonna get in the back. We're getting in the back of the truck.
Okay, sounds
We're
good.
getting in the back of the truck. That's what
So
we're
you,
doing.
as you move your way towards the back of the truck, Mallory gets all excited. He goes over to kind of open the back and not really puts all his weight into it and kind of pops it down. And he's very excited. Jumps up into the back. There's a silver diamond plate toolbox sitting over the back of it, and you've got kind of where the wheels are, the tires in the back. You've got little spots that you could sit there or sit with your back up against the back, and you all pile in.
I'm going to go sit next to
Yep.
the toolbox.
All right.
I'm going to sit on top of the toolbox, facing everyone.
Great.
Butts in my way.
As you all sit on there and Mallory slams open the back, he kind of hits the top of the truck as you see the guy driving shake his head, put it into gear, floor it out of the airport as you immediately fall into the group, into the middle of the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, group trust fall.
I grab one of the things that are the tarp things that are always in the back of the truck, so I grab
Sure.
one of those.
Grab onto one of the eye hole
My
sockets.
dad's a Chevy guy.
And at that moment, we will begin chapter 1. You've been in the back of the truck for over 2 hours. Your hair
mess.
is blown everywhere. You've been holding onto your packs, often being thrown around in the back as you made your way off of the main highways and into the side roads.
Woo! Just like Florida.
Eight.
Unlike Florida, you've been traveling through the hills, through the valleys, the mountains. For the last 30 minutes, you've been on gravel. No highway in sight. You've tried talking to Mallory, but the sound, the wind, and the noise has just extremely hard for you to communicate at all, as he just keeps telling you. Good. Your hair is just blown out in all directions. Mallory starts to get excited as he kind of like the truck starts to slow down a little bit. You've noticed for the last probably 10 minutes, water on both sides of you, kind of like you've been going down this very long peninsula. You stopped passing houses miles and miles ago. The last time you saw a town was over an hour ago. You are in places that, if I start going back into my normal town vernacular, would be inappropriate on this screen. So I'll have to remember that as we start getting into the deep parts of Missouri here. As GM Zac, I can't say those things. As a character, though, the truck starts to slow down. Mallory stands up, kind of puts his hands on the top of the truck and starts getting really excited, looking off into the distance. You see about half a mile up a large yellow gate with a lot of very bright red signs that say no trespassing, do not enter, as the truck starts pulling up closer and closer. Now it's started to move slow enough as it's come a little bit to a crawl, as the road's pretty much disappeared, and he's just now driving through the grass towards this gate. It's quiet enough for you all to start talking again.
So is this your property or like who owns? This isn't. What is this place?
Yeah.
It's and when we get out of the truck, I'll tell you. I can't wait. I looked all over Reddit for a place like this. It's
Wait,
All over, I'm
no,
sorry.
wait a second.
All
Is this an
over.
Airbnb?
Reddit?
Reddit?
yeah. I saw this article, these pictures, and they were just they were beautiful. And
Are you sure it was Reddit, not Craigslist?
no, it was a thread. It was like a photography thread, and I started. I dove in, and there's so much here. There's so much that we can explore. And you know when we hit gravel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's another state. We're in Arkansas now.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
Hitting gravel road.
Changing states? I
Yeah.
don't know how it works here.
Yeah, it is.
Did we just
Changing-
make the law?
No,
we're
no,
fine.
no, it's
Yeah.
we're
Right
fine.
then.
It's
Yeah.
fine, Joe.
Oh.
Arkansas? So we're still going camping.
Yeah.
Are we, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay,
course.
well, had I known we'd be camping in Arkansas, I would have brought a whole different set of.
I mean, that's.
Do they have
okay.
bears
Colour
in
coordination
Arkansas?
Why would,
outfit,
why
isn't
would
it?
that be different
I d-
from
I
Missouri?
Different
think-
colour coordination for outfits. She's got to look spiffy,
I-
you know.
I would have brought, instead of avocados, I would have brought onions.
Maybe we'll find some out there. They grow wild here.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
I've been reading up. I brought a bunch of books on the plants and the animals and everything.
Guys,
But
I
it sounds
love
like
that.
he's got this
Yeah.
plan.
That sounds great. I
actually,
have one
you
more
know-
question about
As
the sign.
you hear it as the truck comes to a stop. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
It's
okay.
yeah. We have
Yeah.
to go.
Let's
Alright.
get out. You know what? Actually, this works really well. I'm looking for new, organic vegetables to add into the menu of,
I love
morning
your
sides.
cooking. If you could start cooking right away, that'd be awesome.
I brought
For
stuff
some
for us to
reason.
start off
Oh,
with. You know
nice.
me.
So grab your packs, guys, and,
Okay.
and just wait for me by the gate.
Does your
Okay?
friend want, I mean, I brought some headshots from the station and my pen, so does your friend want a signed
Does anyone in there have a gun?
sign? Okay.
Possibly
In
the
the-
signs
Oh,
of
so I'm-
trespassing.
We'll
You
go
mean
ahead and get out.
you mean inside
Yeah.
the? Oh no, it's all government land.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know. It just seems.
You're making me nervous, man.
It's
It's
okay. Where did you want us, Valerie?
Just go wait by the gate. I gotta
Alright.
pay the man.
Yeah.
Okay, no
He's making me
problem.
so nervous. I'm
Well,
gonna
let's
go
just
smoke.
let's just let him.
Yeah.
So as the
Yeah.
four of you make your way over to the gate, the grass is about just under your chest, higher than your waist, as you're walking through this grass towards this large yellow gate.
Is anyone else feeling Alice in Wonderland like now?
Yeah, it is. It's an experience. But
Yeah,
let's see, I'm
government
down
land.
for it.
It's interesting. I never in life thought I would ever go to Arkansas. That's like one of those states that you think,
They say
no,
just avoid it,
not
right?
really.
It's one of those ones you
Really?
forget in the game when you're naming the states.
It's true, and it's right at the
Oh.
top of the alphabet.
I always
So,
remember Arizona.
As the four of you are standing there, you've made your way over to the gate, walking through the grass. You look back towards the truck, and Mallory is having a conversation with the two men. You see him open up his pack. He pulls out a 12-pack of Natty Light and hands it to the men,
Sorry,
as
what
well
is
as a 12-pack of Natty Light.
What is that?
Natural ice.
Natural ice.
It's
light.
a beer.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And he hands
Sorry,
the
it's
12-pack of Natty Light to
man.
the larger man that was driving, and then he pulls out a pack of Zima and hands it to the smaller individual.
God.
Uh,
This is expired.
And then he extends some cash, and then they talk for a little bit, and he keeps nodding excitingly. And then,
Go ahead.
fine.
Mallory.
As they wave, oh yeah, just a minute,
Mallory.
just a minute. I'm almost
Yeah.
done. I'm almost done.
Let him do his deal.
What do you guys think of Mallory? What's going on? Like, it's been a few years. He's kind of...
He's very thin. I
very
kind of just want to
twitchy.
feed
He's kind of
him.
shifty, isn't he?
You
He
know,
has more scratches on his body than I have seen on
But is it-
12 people.
Is it the mosquitoes here?
Do you see a
or-
lot of people with scratches on their
This is
body?
what I'm saying.
She must
One
have-
scratch per person max.
That was just a very interesting statement to me.
He
Thank
seems,
you. I'm a
know-
wordsmith.
Oh.
So you hear the truck door close as the individual then kind of like spins out in the grass, sliding sideways, and leaves down the gravel road away. As
Oh,
Mallory grabs his pack and runs over to you all.
Okay.
Isn't this great?
How? So what is this? I mean, camping, but yeah.
Okay, so I read, and he just kind of leans down and starts digging into the grass and picks up some mud, and he starts like placing mud on his arm. He's like,
Huh.
so I read in one of my books that like mud can actually help like keep the mosquitoes from biting. So
Ah, that's
I'm just
scratches.
I'm just gonna put some.
did you actually see that in the movie
okay.
Predator?
I don't
You
think that was for
confused?
Actually,
mosquitoes.
no, that's one of those
Does
things.
anyone
Mud,
actually have bug
Predators
spray?
biting.
mud does actually cut down on everything like that. I have some citronella,
Yeah,
you know,
I'll
candles.
go
That's
with
part
that.
of
We'll go.
general
We'll do
camping
that,
gear.
I'll
Mallory.
use some of that.
Yeah, we'll
instead
do
of
that
the
instead.
Yeah.
Instead of the mud.
Dirt.
Well,
Ah,
mosquitoes don't like
cool.
my blood for some reason, so I'm cool
You know, I
either
found
way.
that actually. Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
But I get a
Wow.
bit
Oh,
indignant, I don't know.
okay. Well, I mean, mosquitoes aren't the point. It's just
What? I mean, always good to be prepared, so I don't know.
So what's the plan, Mallory? I mean, this is your
Well-
your thing.
You said everything was going to be taken care of. I literally see nothing here to take care of us.
check this out.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
opens up his pack and he pulls out a whole bunch of rappelling gear and throws it on the ground in front of you.
Oh.
So there's this well,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a well.
Okay.
Everyone around here thinks it's a well, but it's not. The pictures online, it's like this massive cave that no one around here, even the Army Corps, they won't go into. So it's just untouched, pristine, and there's all this life and wildlife living in it. The pictures were beautiful,
I
and
was going to say, if you said pirate treasure, I was going to be so mad at you.
No, he's talking about spelunking.
Spelunking.
not-
We're going spelunking.
Yeah.
They said just
Well,
so you're
professionals won't even go in
saying
there.
that we could be representatives of the first major international news outlet
That's a lot of pressure and
to
greed
breach.
for limelight. I don't like it.
It's Great Falls Minute a major international.
Mallory, so you were saying we're going to spelunking.
well, here, look at my map. Look at the map.
Oh.
So there's a map there in front of you. One of you,
Oh.
feel free if you want to take a picture of that and tweet it for the audience.
Um,
So he's labeled everything on the map. You are currently okay. So we're right here on. We're at the gate. Okay.
A
So-
gate? Oh.
Okay.
We're at the gate. You'll see 5 miles until the end of this peninsula. There's nothing. There's no roads.
One more.
They closed this off in the 50s, and nobody's really been back here since. The most I could gather from like Google Maps and zooming in and everything I could find from this photographer and stuff. So there's a couple different places we can check out once we get in here.
okay.
But we're gonna have to just basically use our, our brain power and the sun to find our ways around. Because you'll notice, and he takes out his phone and he shows no signal, like anywhere.
How am I meant
Wow.
to get deliveries here?
There's no deliveries. We're literally like, this is just untouched America.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That sounds beautiful, and I can't wait to sit in a tree for a
Yeah.
little while. However,
You said something about government. Are we going to be running into guns, government officials? I have stuff in my bag. I don't really
Well,
want
what did
to
I
be
say in
stopped.
Reddit?
No. Okay, remember how I said we're in Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay, look at this map. You see how this is a peninsula?
Yeah.
Indeed.
That peninsula goes up on both sides.
Oh.
So, for
So who does this land belong to?
technically the state of Arkansas, but technically it would take them a couple hours to go all the way around the lake to get to this one spot. So they
Okay.
don't.
We've got a head start.
It's lawless.
So
It's untouched. You can do whatever you want.
I
This-
think this is a really good adventure, Mallory.
what was your idea for it?
Well, we need to go into that well. And then there's some other stuff you
Oh.
can see here that I found on Google
Oh,
Maps that
okay.
there's some old house out here. And
Hmm.
we should check that out. And then there's like some dumping ground of just a bunch of trash that you could see on the satellite images. But tonight we're camping at Buzzard's Bluff. It's the highest point.
Oh, the bluff.
It's
Oh,
the
the
highest point in the entire.
Okay, and we can just
Okay.
check
Area.
out the whole.
Yeah. So I figure we
Aerial
camp there
viewpoint.
and get up in the
Okay.
morning and
Okay.
Vantage point.
we'll head to the well.
Did you
So
want to
Mal-
lead the
All
way?
right. Sounds.
Do we want to make sure no one finds us here?
How could they find
Why
us?
would?
No
I
one
think
can
it's
find us.
untouched. Yeah, you,
I'm
you're
just
saying-
thinking.
oh.
I'm just thinking. If we light a fire tonight, that's going to be very visual.
Are we going to
For
be?
who?
Do I need to hide my stash in a tree? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, it's
Wait,
your
is
weed
it
thing.
weed?
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
no
No, stop
There's
being
no
paranoid.
law. We can do whatever we want.
Oh.
Are the Yanks going to come
Well,
take my
not
weed?
not whatever we want. We're still citizens
going
of the
streaking!
world.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could dance naked out
Yeah.
in the woods.
Okay.
No one would
We
know.
can have our
pretty
own
cool.
personal Burning Man, safe
Aw.
of course,
Need some other
safe
substances for naked
and
dancing
you
in the
know
woods.
principled.
That would be where the
I've
dealer
been
came
I've
in.
been talking to the locals and I've been checking this place out for like a week. No one has even come down that road.
Wow.
The last week I had to pay him those guys to bring us here.
One more question, Mallory. So are you saying anything here that we find we could just take if we wanted to? Like if I found a bunch of scrap metal, inspiration for my new
Yeah.
pieces? Okay.
And
alright,
any
maybe
This is gonna
organic
be a cool
veggies that I
getaway.
want to run
Sounds pretty
across.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Alright, okay.
All right, Mallory, shall
Tag
we?
yourself.
Yeah, it's just grab your stuff. Hopefully you brought. I mean, I wanted to keep it a mystery. So what all did you bring?
I've got all my camping gear. I've got all my tools, obviously, because I want to make some. I've got like screws and nails if we need that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
all right. Nothing happened.
Tag yourself.
Oh.
It's okay. I've got a
It's o-
mallet.
It's okay. We have people to replace those.
So sorry. I've already doomed us.
So what all did you bring in your pack?
All right, I have a sleeping bag with a bug net, a medium sheet of canvas, pegs, rope, small cooking pot, 2 boxes of matches, a mug, water canteen, water filter, large plastic sheet. Calm down. A toolkit with a small hammer, scissors, metalwork gloves, measuring tape, screwdriver, needles, hammers, nails, needle nose pliers, wire cutters, oil, metal, I don't know, duct tape,
Wow.
W40.
Great.
And, first
If
aid
you want to
kit.
keep all those things, you're gonna have to succeed a roll.
Great.
Do it.
So you have 10 dice in front of you.
Yeah.
If you
Take
get
the
one,
risk.
Do it.
Ooh,
Wait,
they're
wait, do it
really
in-
heavy,
Oh, yeah.
really scary dice.
This is what life's about.
Don't get any
Oh,
one.
drop
on
one.
the floor.
You dropped
You dropped
some
one.
on the floor.
I did drop
re-roll the
on
one that's
floor.
on the floor. How many sixes
There was
i-
1 6,
is
2
And-
6,
2 6s.
and how many ones?
2 1s.
one.
Wait, but there's one more die.
I'll roll the one that was on the
coming.
floor here. That was a 3.
3.
So
Okay.
you have been given
so-
no hope by the chat room. So those 2 ones now leave your dice pool. You do succeed, so everything remains in your pack. But you are now down to 8 dice in your dice
Was it
pool.
worth it? Was it worth
I had no control.
Okay.
I had no control.
This is what it's about.
Okay.
Let's leave there.
So
Um,
that's what you
Oh, and I
brought.
have trail mix.
Okay.
What did you bring?
I brought.
If you wanted to have brought something.
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay.
I brought. Do you want? I said besides general camping gear, I said photos of my daughter since the last trip, knitting needles, and a ball of baby pink yarn, police training manuals and study notes, bear pepper spray, a pocket knife, and a book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living.
If you'd like to keep those items, you're going to have to succeed a roll.
Oh, I mean, so if I don't, then I don't have anything.
I'll choose what you get to keep.
You can choose.
Okay. You brought a book. Photo of your
That's all
daughter.
that mattered.
and your knitting needle
That's
and
kinda
ball of
nice.
baby pink yarn.
Sorry, so I brought the
You brought the photo of your daughter,
Yeah.
a knitting needle,
yeah.
and the book, and that's it.
Okay, cool. I'm done. Oh, not the pepper spray, you
No.
monster.
So, Addie, what did you bring?
I kind of wish I did roll now. Damn
Well,
it.
besides general camping gear that everybody just has, I brought a cast iron family skillet spatula, bottle of Corbel Brut for celebrating, omelet makings for 4 servings because we're going to party.
Okay. I was just told that before the show started, someone sent in hope and it was not recorded.
Oh.
So you have 2 dice that you can re-roll.
There is.
Ooh.
There
Do
is
you
one
wanna-
on the floor.
Can
we
we
grab it real
save up
quick?
can we save up the hope, or do we have to use it every time
No,
we
we
get a one?
should use it. Wait.
Yeah, we should
that
use
was
Just
two.
curious.
that
No,
was
just as a
two
question.
dice.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could,
Oh.
but
Oh,
you
damn.
don't get those dice back
I
later.
almost
I
had
will
it.
allow this time for you to re-roll those 2 since that was an error on our part.
Oh,
I
I have to
see
roll the
it.
2 ones.
It's right there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on the edge of the
I tried
couch.
to. Okay. I got 2
Do you
here.
want to...
Are you ready for this?
Thank you, dude.
Wait. Do you want to...
There's a 2 and a 1.
That's
Okay.
because you needed to roll
You
that
didn't
one.
roll it properly. You should roll it again.
Now,
I'm kidding.
So we
if
got
you
one of
want
them
to
back.
keep that one, you can roll hope again. There have now been more that have been given. You're now up
We
to...
should
I
hold on
don't
to it
care
till
about
there's
one
multiple.
die.
Do we not?
We'll get
You
rid
have
of 1.
4.
Yeah. If
you
we
have
lose 3 or
4.
4, we'll
You have
yeah.
4 more hope available.
Can we add it in later if we
What's
do?
the strategy? I feel
Oh.
like we're missing a strategy.
Just add it back
I
in.
mean, just roll it, or just like
One
wait.
more time?
Wait,
You
wait,
cannot
wait.
add it back
Wait.
in later.
We can't add it
Oh,
back
you
I'll
can
roll
later.
one more time.
So
You either do it now or
just
it's
do
done.
it.
Gotcha,
Oh my
gotcha.
gosh.
Just do it. It's gonna be more than one.
Okay.
Was it a 1?
It was a
freaking
1.
1 again.
The heart of the cards is
You
not
now
with there.
have
We have
3
3.
hope remaining.
Do we want to?
That's
I mean,
real cool.
what's the?
Wait.
I think we hold on to it
Wait, you
until we
said that
lose
we're
2 or
not
3
allowed to
die
save
in
it,
one
right?
roll.
You
We
just-
should hold on to it. Because it's not 1 hope per die. It's a hope re-roll, right?
For 1 die.
For one
It's
die.
Oh, we might as well do
So-
it then.
Yeah.
Fudge, I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Losing it at any time would be
Yeah.
losing it. Yeah.
Throw it
Sorry,
differently
sorry,
this
sorry.
time. Like,
Alright,
throw it
yeah.
higher or something.
Throw it differently.
That's
Ah!
We got all our die back. Thank you.
Now, you will not
Thank
be able to do
you.
that from here on out. When I say how many
Okay.
hope are left, you can either use it then or it's done. But that was a mistake on our part. so
Okay.
Just a question. So if we don't use the hope, why wouldn't we use the hope? Am I
I
missing
don't know.
something?
That's
On us.
you would
It
want
would
to.
be us
Right,
being
right.
silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like we can take it with us.
Right. Yeah. Just making sure.
So, what all did you bring in your pack, Addie?
Besides
I have a
general
pepper spray
camping
now.
gear, cast iron family skillet for all the cooking, spatula, a bottle of Corbel Brut because we're going to celebrate, omelet makings for our servings for each of us, 3DS XL with Diner Dash and Cooking Mama
Priorities.
games. I have a hand crank solar flashlight charger and a spork-shaped pen to go with my
Cool.
small leather journal, which I record recipes in. So
Okay.
that's
Now, if you want to
Addie's
keep all that, you're going to have to succeed a die roll. Otherwise, I'll choose what's in
7,
your
8,
pack.
9, 10. All right.
So you
I
roll 10 die.
guarantee you, if you don't roll, he will just let you have the DS, and that's it.
Hey, that wouldn't
want
be a
the
bad
booze.
thing.
It's light.
Yeah. Have you played Cooking Mama? It's pretty fun.
Pretty great.
Ooh.
No ones.
Nice.
Great. No ones and 2 6s.
Well done.
Wow.
You get to keep everything in your
We're
pack.
eating
Golden
omelets and drinking
roller.
mimosas.
I cannot wait. I want all of that.
I should have rolled.
Mallory is a little upset to see what all you brought. Like, are you not taking this seriously? Like,
What?
it's a camping. It's an experience.
We take
Then-
out in the
relaxing
wilderness.
seriously.
Our phones don't even work.
No,
And
no,
you're, it's a
it-
game console.
but it's
To be
it's
fair,
a
we didn't actually know what we were
self-contained.
getting into, Mallory. So
This is just for my private time, Mallory. It wasn't anything against you.
You know, you can't see
Yeah.
anything at night time.
You know, I'm just
So
very,
should we
I'm very,
just-
and plus, food tastes so good in the
Yeah,
outdoors.
why are you upsetting the only
You're
chef
just
here?
wait until you try
That's
the
okay,
famous
let's-
Morningside omelet. I
Oh,
perfected it.
It's fine.
Don't feel
Cindy,
down.
what'd you bring?
I brought general camping gear, a ring light, mirror, and a makeup bag full of all my makeup, sterling silver monogrammed pen, and stack of headshots for just
whoever we might run into.
Don't roll. No kidding.
And a marble, mortar, and pestle to make guacamole. I have brought 6 avocados, 1 for each person plus 1 for the pot. And I brought an iPad loaded with news bloopers from the Great Falls Minute in case we just wanted some fun downtime. And I brought printouts of a backup itinerary in case you didn't prepare well enough. So.
She keeps all that, and I lost my
Okay.
pepper spray.
So she's not gonna roll.
no, up to her. It's up to her.
You decide.
I'm
You
kidding.
decide.
No,
want
it's
me
up
to?
to you. I
Do you
want
want? Do you want me to decide what's in your pack?
I want you to decide.
Great. You brought the monogram pin for autographs. You brought the avocados
Oh, I don't have my
and the
pocket
marble
knife.
mortar,
Oh.
and the iPad loaded with news bloopers
out.
and a sleeping bag.
Sorry, that's
Those
the
headshots gonna be
pen,
great
The
kindling, just saying.
the mortar.
You brought the mortar and the avocados, an iPad, and a sleeping.
One of those that tastes great with omelets.
Oh,
Did I bring? So I have the mortar and pestle. Is it both of them or is it?
It's both.
Okay, great.
I won't be that mean to
Don't
you this early
separate
on.
God.
the mother and child.
So remember what gear you have. Great. Well, I've got the repelling gear and everything else we might need. So I guess let's do it.
Have you been here before? Do you know the way? Or
Well,
I mean, it's.
I didn't want to.
Map.
I didn't want to go
Right,
in.
but-
I wanted to wait for you guys.
Okay, so
I've just been kind of
do we
like
need-
getting a feel for the area and the people.
The
There's
people.
people.
No, in the area.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
You
we're on
know?
our
Who
way
are
to
your
the bluff
friends?
then.
Who were your friends in the truck there?
That was Daryl and Denny.
Daryl and Denny?
Denny, like
Yeah.
that place where you get breakfast. Not as good as your place.
Oh,
Not
like
as good
Denny's.
as your place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Daryl and Denny. And
Appreciate
why are
that.
they so?
I
So
mean,
let's head to the
I
bluff.
just I hired him. There was like a lumber yard
we need a compass.
in the
don't
town
we?
up
Oh.
there, and
It's
they
part
were
of-
available for work, so I hired
Are
them.
they going to tell anyone we're here?
It's part of my general.
Why would they tell anyone we're here?
To mug us
It's
in our sleep.
Jan?
You really
can
think
you-
someone would do that?
Jan, we're having a really.
We're
happy
having
time.
fun.
paranoid.
This
We're
is
having
Mallory's
fun.
turn.
Does anyone have a compass?
For real- I do.
No
General-
kidding.
general
How
camping
convenient.
What? Like a compass wouldn't be in general camping gear?
Yeah, we'll say you won that role, so
Yay.
You've got
I'm
it
not
covered.
gonna ask
nice.
for much. That's pretty
Does
general.
bear pepper spray included in general camping?
No, that's not.
It's fine.
Would you like this stick?
Yes, I
There
would.
you go. There's your pepper spray.
Okay, so this way to the bluff. I'm sorry, which
We're going to
direction
the
is
bluff, first?
well,
Or
according to the map, it's just
it's just
southwest.
southeast? Yes.
All right, so southwest is that way.
Is
All
it
right.
that big bit that's sticking up there? That bluff bit?
Probably.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
It's the highest,
point. Let's go
Exactly
there.
what
So
Mallory
there's
said.
there's a
No compass
place
needed.
there's a place in front of you. You can't see the bluff from here. All you see in front
Oh.
of you is trees.
Oh.
On the east and west of you, the right and left, you see the lake down below, but directly in front of you is just forest.
There's no path or anything. It's just.
Directly in front of you, you can't see one yet. The gate's kind of in the way. You see to the right of the gate, there's a fence that goes all the way around. This fence goes down into the water. As you look to your right, you see the grass, tall. The lake is up a little bit high, it looks like, because it's up into the weeds off to the right. As you see
Weeds?
this fence just disappear down into the weeds, down into the water
Jan.
on both sides.
What?
There's a small cut inside the fence, though.
Hashtag
Right next.
GM Mallory shouts at her friends, "You are ruining the experience.
Oh, well.
This isn't a childhood sleepover. Enough." As she starts ripping into their packs and starts to destroy what she deems as unneeded.
Mallory is a he. Mallory is a performance artist, and he seems to be very upset with the fact that some of you brought things that don't belong on a camping trip, and starts going through your bags
Stop!
and
Mallory!
yelling at
I'm
you.
going to push him off. Push him off the
Mallory!
bags.
Well, before you get to do that, Mallory breaks the 3DS XL,
Mallory!
Mallory!
Property.
the iPad,
Absolutely got your property.
Well,
You
what are
were
we
with us
going to
so
do at
early.
night?
rips the book apart.
Don't you American sue? You should sue him.
Oh my God.
Mallory.
And doesn't touch
Absolutely
doesn't touch
not.
any of your stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
damn Skippy.
Hey, what's going on?
Mallory is yelling and freaking out after you guys go through all the packs and just starts kind of panicking. This is supposed to be my turn. My turn. This is my trip.
Man, what are you on?
You didn't give us a list of stuff we couldn't bring.
I've been planning I said camping.
You owe her $400. You owe her $700.
No, you don't bring electronics on a camping trip. That's not part of the experience.
Mallory, you didn't tell us anything, all right? And that wasn't warranted. Everything you just did.
It was completely unnecessary.
It's an experience. We're in the wilderness. You don't bring things that don't belong.
We don't belong.
That's,
We're a virus on this planet. Did you learn nothing from our last trip?
oh, that's a little.
Okay, Jan,
All
we're
right,
not
all right,
going to
Jan.
get
A little-
into that conversation
All right, Jan.
again. You know, we all really enjoyed your biodome trip that we did the first time.
Thank you.
But,
It was
great.
great.
But still, that's not now.
What is he
Mallory,
doing?
can you apologize to us? Because
We
you
really
started to
need an
piss us
apology.
all off,
Need
all
to
right?
apologize. Yeah.
Now, if you want us to continue down to the bluff, you apologize to us,
Yeah.
or we're heading home right
That
now.
was a
Spend a week
Christmas
with
gift
you.
from the
You
one
can break
ex
my
I
stuff.
actually love.
Oh, you're heading home.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
How?
You're acting real weird. Walk
How would you
that
do
way.
that?
Are you trapping
This is an
us?
experience. I planned an experience.
I'm starting.
It was my turn, my year.
And so you get to just like rip our property apart, do you?
It's a self-help book.
Okay, everyone that
I
can
don't
hear
care
me,
about
clap your
that.
hands.
It's
Everyone that can hear me,
every-
clap your hands. Everyone that can hear me,
What
clap
is
your
happening?
hands.
What is
Everyone that can
happening?
hear me, clap your hands. Everyone that can hear me, clap your hands. Okay, why don't we do this? You promise to say sorry to us, and we'll promise to go with you to the bluff and see what's up. Okay?
And maybe stop snorting all that whatever you're
And
snorting.
you need to calm. I'm going to tie you to a tree if you don't calm down.
We would appreciate an apology, and we will Venmo you for the damages later. We will ask for
Absolutely.
that. Okay?
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Say it properly, you asshole.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Great. Wow. Okay. Where everything's fine.
So good to see you after 5 years, mate.
Mallory grabs his pack, throws it on his back, and starts walking towards the hole in the fence. But as he's doing it, he kicks the 3DS into the water below and walks through the hole in the fence.
Unnecessary.
Why are we uncalled for? This guy's a real jerk, you know? I thought this was going to be a nice, relaxing experience with my friends
Okay.
just in the woods.
You guys okay?
You know,
I'm fine.
it's very difficult to find 3DS XL that's actually the teal version.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty vintage right now.
That's rough.
I'll put
It's
in.
getting dark. Come
Okay.
on.
All right.
Okay.
Packs
This
on,
is
let's
a
go.
nightmare.
I'm
I
going to be very
reluctantly
strict
follow.
about my Venmo request to him.
Mhm.
I'm following through with that.
As you all kind of duck down and make your way through this fence, you kind of come across on the other side. This fence had so much overgrowth on it, you couldn't really see past it directly in front of you. There's a small resemblance of what looks like could have been a trail at one point in time. Definitely not anymore. It's all grown over, all grass, but it's the only place where the trees kind of give you a little signal of this way. Mallory's up ahead about 50 yards, walking with his head down in front of the four of you. As you enter, you start to realize the thickness of the air, not just the humidity and the wet that you're walking through, but the dense smell, pine, oak, and all the different living things floating in the air around you that makes it hard to breathe, hard to get a full breath in, as the air itself is so thick as you start heaving your way up this hill.
I'm used to smelling green, but this is
Yeah,
very,
what's with
very
this fucking
green.
place?
I
Jesus.
know. I do Kundalini on the weekends, but I'm really.
Kunda what?
Kundalini yoga.
Linguine pasta?
No, it's like breathing. It's a lot of breathing
Oh,
with
that's
yoga,
good.
but it's like this is like really winding me right now.
I feel like I have pine needles in my sinuses.
Hey, Mallory, do you know where we're going?
Mallory stops and turns and looks at you. I'm assuming that we go the only way that we can go, which is directly in front of us down the trail.
You're
We're
such
heading to
great
the bluff
company,
first.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Yeah, we're heading.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I've been planning for this all year.
Really?
Perhaps you should
'Cause-
practice being a host.
Sorry. I'll be honest with you, I'm really nervous.
Why?
Because you weren't here for all of our trips where we bonded.
All right. No, he's trying to
that's
apologize.
Sorry,
Guys, he's
sorry,
trying to
sorry.
apologize.
That's understandable. I can understand how it'd be difficult now to be in that position.
I don't even know what all you guys did,
Mm.
you know, and
Oh,
It just was it just took us aback, and
you
yeah.
know.
I did invite
I
you
just,
to
you know, and I just
the
feel
show.
like now I'm the odd one out again.
Shall we
you know,
start
just
over?
like back then. I'm the weird one, the odd one. That's
No.
You weren't that weird.
We're
you were
literally
just
all artists. We're all a bit
fun.
weird.
Hey, sorry I called you an asshole before.
fine.
That's
Well,
good, you should say
You
so
know,
now.
so you missed out on 1, 2, 3, et cetera, trips. So you weren't there when we bonded and made jokes and
Oh my
and
god, the banana and the
banana
cab!
and
Oh,
5 margaritas in
wow.
one.
Oh, that was so good.
So you
So
weren't
good.
there
Yeah.
for all
Sorry, it
that.
wasn't that good. It wasn't that
guys,
good.
yeah,
No, but those 5 margaritas are
Oh
what?
my god.
I mean, no, you hold the banana.
Guys,
Sorry,
Yeah.
it was
Sorry.
rubbish.
Okay, but-
sorry.
It's about 5 miles to the bluff.
all right.
Okay.
Oh, sure,
yeah.
sure,
sure,
sure.
Um,
fun.
I don't
Alley
know.
Ball strut.
I don't know how much of it's uphill or.
I don't have a great lung capacity, I will tell you.
I'm kind of.
We'll just
feeling
continue
it too
on
now,
then.
To be honest.
Yes.
Can we take a break, Mallory? What do you say? No, actually,
mean-
Maybe like
no, that's-
halfway.
yeah, let's- yeah,
let's
yeah.
I mean,
keep
yeah,
on-
there's-
let's keep on going.
I mean, there's things along the way. You'll notice on the map here. I put question marks on them because they look like there's something, but I couldn't tell what they were.
Do any of them look like there might be like scrap metal? Any of those?
Yeah, for sure. The dump especially is.
Ooh,
It
let's
looks
go
like
to
it's
the
just nothing but scrap
dump.
metal.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
I could make some stuff.
The
yeah.
deepest
Yeah, but would
secrets
you-
are in people's trash.
Would you be able to carry it right now? Shouldn't we like
I
set
can
up
break off
camp
little
or-
pieces. Oh, that's a good point.
Mallory,
Yeah.
you circled the house. Is that what? Is this the map that in terms of like how we supposed
Because
to see
like
it?
we're gonna
Okay.
pass like 2 of these question marks.
So did you want to?
3.
There was these a few circles here. Is that the ones places that point of interest that you wanted to lead us?
Because this
Okay.
is your trip, so.
I broke your stuff.
Mm.
I'm sorry. How about you guys decide where we go first? As long as we get to the bluff by dark. What do you want to do?
I mean,
I'm game for anything, so whatever you guys
I
want.
kind of want to go to the house, but just because it's circled.
Well, how
it's
about we go
catching
towards
my
the house
eye.
and we swing by like
I
one of
kinda
these?
like- yeah, why
Yep.
don't we just like.
And maybe when we're here, we can see
Well,
here, see if there's anything in the dump that's interesting.
I mean,
But we have to make the bluff by
yeah,
night.
exactly. That's the only thing I'm
That's
thinking.
the
This is
thing.
at least on the way. This is a nice
Yeah.
little break. I'm kind of
Alright.
puffed.
all right.
And
What do
then
you, what do
we
you
go-
That's fine.
the
I
house?
like that.
What do you think?
Ray's really feeling the house. I'm
Okay,
open.
you
as
know
long as
what,
we go to
Ray?
one of the question marks.
Since you feel strongly about the house, I will take role as leader, and I will say that we should do the house first, swing over to the bluff after.
That's a good
Okay,
choice.
thank you.
She sounds so intelligent
That
when she
actually
talks like
works
that. I
out
love
very
it.
nicely
Thank you
for
so
all
much.
of us.
Very
then.
nice, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll go to the house,
Makes me trust
Mallory,
you.
and then go to the bluff afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, we
sounds
need to get a move on it then because
Okay.
it's, it's middle of summer, so luckily we got some hours, but I
It's also bloody
don't remember the
hot out
last
here,
time I
isn't
walked
it?
5 miles in the middle of the woods, so I don't
Okay.
know how long it's
Very
going to
hot.
take.
Trail mix,
Sweating
everyone.
buckets.
Then do we
I
need
have
some
a
trail
lot of
mix?
it. Would you
Oh.
like some?
Yeah.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go. Trail mix.
Are
Trail
we
mix.
heading
There
to
you
the
go.
house now?
Water
or-
bottle.
Yeah, let's
Mallory.
go.
There you go.
Mallory, you should
Water
eat some
bottle.
protein.
Thank
You look
you.
like you haven't
Water
eaten anything in a
bottle,
while. Have some of
Ray.
these trail mix.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mallory,
You're welcome.
you're kind of.
You look
Mallory.
Yeah, what's up?
No, let's go. Let's go.
Mallory.
Let's
No,
do
no,
it.
no. What's up? What's up?
Smile.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind. This is your trip. Speak your mind.
No, we're fine. Let's just go before it gets dark.
Okay.
Hey, even if it gets dark, we could probably just crash at the house.
That might be somebody's place, Ray.
Oh, but
How would
No,
you
it can't.
feel?
But it can't be somebody's place
What?
because we
Because
can't live here.
it's untouched.
Oh, that's right, government law.
The
So that-
house.
Whatever's there
Unless you have
hasn't been
objections.
touched.
Well, then what
Okay, then
happened
let's just
to those
swing
people?
by. Let's just walk. Let's walk there.
Let's
Mallory,
go.
the house.
I mean, we don't really have any other choice. So.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go to the house.
All right.
Let's go.
So
You can walk, I'll fly.
you all now are walking a little bit more in a group as the 5
Go.
of you are making your way down this trail. You start to get extremely hot, sweaty. Mosquitoes, bugs biting you everywhere. The sound of cicadas filling the air.
It's loud.
The trail that you're on gets to a fork. It kind of looks like it's going to go to the right, but you see the terrain gets extremely rough and it starts going down this hill. But according to the map, that's got to be the way to the house. If this trail keeps going forward, that's what eventually takes you to the bluff. So we would have to.
So it's like a veer-off situation.
I think so.
What's the time right now? I don't have a Never Ever Watch. There's no point. I can't keep track of it.
So you're saying that if we take the one that veers off, that's supposed to go to house, but the safer route goes to the bluff? Is that what you were just saying?
What do you mean safer?
I mean, the one that...
The path more traveled.
Yeah, sorry.
Since when? I mean,
Well, that looks...
there's a
more-
path. Yeah. I mean, it looks like there used to be a road here years ago, but
So which is the way to the house?
The
like that
rocky
to the
one
way
that
to the
goes
right.
kinda
Oh,
down.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
the way
ah,
to the
okay.
bluff. Not exactly a
straight
swing
ahead
by.
to the bluff.
Yeah.
How long do we
Maybe
have
should
before
just
sunset?
continue
does someone want
to
to
the
roll to
bluff.
see if they can tell how long before the sun goes down?
I'm okay.
I wish the trees weren't so tall. We could see the sun.
Why are we being all pussies here? Let's roll some dice. Come on.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You
Oh my god!
Why would you roll on that?
So,
He got 4 ones.
That's
You have-
so
He
many
got 4
ones.
ones.
hey, but I
cur-
got some 6s.
You currently
I only needed one.
you currently have 5 hope available.
You need to re-roll all of those ones right now.
No, that's going to take 4 of our 5 hopes.
That or we lose a dice.
Whose
like
idea was it to let me roll the
Three
dice?
of them.
No one!
Oh.
That was all you.
Oh, okay.
We always say
Okay, okay,
no.
okay.
Dare
Sorry, I
try to shift
thought-
the blame on us.
Bad. How about we have him use like 2?
I like how the girls are
3.
making the decisions now.
3?
Three.
Do you want to say 3? And then we'll lose.
Just lose one.
We'll
I
lose
say
1 permanently.
I feel confident losing one.
Okay.
So let's do 3.
So we're gonna lose 1
And I'm gonna-
permanently, and you're gonna have
And
to
you're
re-roll
gonna-
those.
Thunderbolt!
No ones.
Are you serious? Oh my
Thunderbolt! That was
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Thunderbolt! 3.
Okay. So we lost 2.
2 dice. You're now down to 8 dice in your die pool.
Lord.
Whose idea was that?
But
but
you do. Your phone hasn't lost battery yet. You see that it's currently 6:30 p.m. and you have about roughly 2.5 hours before the sun goes down.
okay, so we're kind of low on time. How about we just go straight to the bluff?
Do you think we'll make it to the bluff in 2 hours, or is it
I
gonna take
believe
longer
we
than that to
will.
get there?
I mean,
Mallory.
I mean, even
Mallory.
if we don't, I brought a flashlight.
Cool.
Oh, I have a hand crank solar
Right,
powered.
let's go
flashlight.
straight to that bluff. Let's get on that
All
high
right,
point. I
let's
want
do
to
it.
see these stars at
let's
least.
do it!
At
Okay.
least I want to see the stars.
Best to set up
We'll
camp
we'll go
early.
check out the house
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Sounds
Sure.
good.
I've
We'll
got-
can't
Life
make anything
is
in the dark
long,
anyway.
and
I
we
don't
have
think it was
plenty of
meant to
time.
be.
Everything will look different in the
we
morning.
own this peninsula for the next couple days, so
There
we'll
we
have
go.
plenty
I
of
think
time.
that's
Great.
a little
This
bit
land
generous.
is our land.
Well,
All right.
it was
All right,
someone's
let's
at
go.
one point,
Let's
that's
go.
for sure.
Maybe someone from that house.
Don't even
That
say
makes me
that.
uncomfortable.
All right.
So
To
yeah,
the bluff.
yeah.
Let's
go.
two-step.
All right.
Double
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Now we're moving.
Let's
we'll,
go.
We'll work.
Let's
All right.
hike.
So
We'll pick up the pace.
you continue making your way
But this air
forward.
is really heavy.
I got my second wind. That's
It's
good.
ridiculously hot. I don't like this.
I'm
Real
dying
cold.
too.
Cold and
I'm
wet, not
Trained
hot.
in Florida.
dying.
It's just like it's like hitting me in the face. Just
know.
like wet, hot, wet.
You
Yeah,
walk
right.
up this hill, very long hill.
Ooh.
The trail's pretty much disappeared completely. You've gotten to a point where you've come across a lot of large rocks that are all kind of standing tall, boulders sitting on the top of this hill. You can see animal tracks moving through the rock that have kind of pushed down on all the weeds, but not really any sense of where the trail might lead after or around that.
Where are we going? And
So I still have the compass out. So
are we actually in the right
southeast.
direction?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Literally one path that goes that way, it goes that way.
Well, I mean, southeast still continues in this direction.
Would it have been easier if we
so-
just hit the coast and just followed it down to the bluff instead of? Are we lost right now?
Thanks for telling us
Oh, no. It's not really a coast. They're just cliffs.
Ooh.
Oh.
The entire ridge around the peninsula is at least 50, 60 feet high.
It's not a downy west,
Oh,
it's
it
a
looked,
dry.
Yeah,
looked
it's like the
blue.
cliffs of
Sorry, I thought
Dover
it. Yeah, my
then.
bad.
All right, so we're probably
Yeah.
about here,
Okay.
right? But we're really close to a question mark.
Which is the
then.
yep.
Like super close to a question mark, like the one that's
Mallory,
closest
what's
to
the question
glove.
marks about? What
Next to
did
the
you?
willow.
But
What
I
is
think
that?
we might actually be on one of the question
But
marks
what?
right
Why
now.
did you
Yeah,
put the question
what is
marks there?
it?
What is it?
What
Well,
was
why
it?
did you?
Well,
put
it
that
just
there?
I couldn't tell what they were
Oh,
on the
so
map.
let's look around then, since we're on.
So
a
yeah, let's
question
look
mark.
around.
I mean, that might be because I couldn't tell from the satellite image here, but these rocks might have been what I saw. So technically, he's pointing at this question mark here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys passed the others as you went
Yeah,
towards the house
Yeah.
and made your way that direction. I mean, this is cool, right? These rocks have been here forever, and the animals have created these little trails going in and out of them, and it's neat, right?
It's nature.
really cool.
It's nature in its finest.
Wow.
It
Shall,
is.
I mean,
Looks a
should we
lot
decide?
better
Are we
now.
going to the bluff now, or are we staring at rocks?
I
like.
Well, I mean, we have to go
Well-
through these, right?
Okay.
So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Mallory? Why don't we walk
all
around?
the rocks.
You
Let's
know,
take a look at the
look at the
rocks.
rocks.
You know, we don't have any cell service,
as you
but we
start
can
walking,
take pictures.
as you start walking around some of these rocks, you come across one that has a mark, and a mark, and a mark.
Guys,
And as these marks go, the very first one looks like moss has grown over it. You can barely notice the mark there, but as you go down the rock, the marks start to get a little clearer and a little clearer, a little clearer, till you get to the very end, and there's a mark that still has the dust around the outside of it. As you kind
Now-
of put your hand on it, the dust falls to the ground. Maybe a animal.
Marks rocks in sequential order.
Are these like tally marks?
It quite possible it's some sort of ancient art, except this one looks like it was done yesterday. Maybe a
Well,
stone cutting
there's
tool or a
Probably just
chisel.
some other campers out here. You know.
makes me think this isn't so untouched.
Looks
Maybe
like someone's coming back here on the
maybe it's
regular.
maybe it's a bear. These I mean they could be
Scratching the
Bear-
What
rock.
are you smoking, man?
So there
I
are
don't
bears here.
understand why.
And where's my pepper spray?
I mean there's black bears
There are.
and mountain lions and snakes and
There's nature
Okay,
everywhere.
great. Well,
Shall we
um,
move on?
That's weird.
It is a very lovely rock formation, though.
good job, Mallory, for marking it on the map. Yay!
So we know what's here. A rock formation.
Okay, so from this point, shall we move on
With creepy marks on it.
Yeah,
that
rock
look recent.
formation with
Okay.
with marks.
to the bluff, or are we?
Last
Yeah,
time I saw
maybe-
something
maybe we
like
should. Hey,
that,
guys,
It was on a
uh,
prison wall. What?
Speak your mind.
that.
Yeah.
And you kind of point on the other side of the rock. You kind of lean your heads around. You see a stick in the ground, kind of up. That was very clearly placed there with a group of rocks around it. The top of the stick, it looks like it was meant to resemble a cross. But the top of the stick's broken off, so it just looks like a T with a little bit of a diagonal. And there's these kind of weeds that have been tied together to make little hoops that are hanging from both ends of it that are just kind of hanging there.
Is there a dead body under the ground
I
right
thought someone
here?
was playing a game or something. It's like ring toss situation.
No, Jan. It
No,
kind of looks
no,
like there's a
Jan.
cross in the ground, like there's a dead body underneath at
Well, I
that
don't
point.
want to be anywhere near that.
Interesting.
Mallory, on that Reddit
Yeah, what's that
thread, what did it
forum
say about anything about this?
I don't.
Are these like maybe?
I mean,
people's
like I said, this
ritual grounds?
this stuff, this area is really untouched, and I mean, most of the towns around here are
it
named
doesn't
after,
look untouched.
but they're named after Native American tribes. So maybe I didn't dig that deep into
how
the
old does
town.
this little cross look like? And so how? What?
Oh, yeah,
how, old would
how
you say?
old are those like
Yeah.
plants that are hanging off of it?
I don't want to be part of a 200-year-old
You wanna
revenge
roll?
It
plot.
looks.
That worked really well the last time. So
No!
So you can't
Okay.
tell. You can't tell
sure,
how old that
that's
is.
fine. Okay.
I think that this might be maybe somebody's ritual ground or something like that. I mean, it was a really nice place to visit, but I think maybe we should just move on.
Shall-
I'm all
what
right
do you-
with that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting the heebie-jeebies,
yeah,
I'm the trolleys on my
let's,
skitties. Let's
Are
get
you
out
guys
there.
sure? You don't want to investigate a little more? You don't want to take a look, see what we can find?
mean, come on. Peel back the layer. Find the truth
All
underneath.
right. Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, why
Wouldn't like
not?
if someone went through my stuff. I'm just
yep.
saying.
Well, I mean, we're still pretty decent on time, right?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so
We're
we
here.
look around the rocks. Is anything else we find?
I'm staying there. I'm not touching anything. I'm staying.
Oh, you
I'll
know
roll.
what? Yeah, we'll have.
Okay, yeah, good, nice, good. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
let's take some risks here.
look willy-nilly all around.
Nice.
All right. 1.
I got 1, 1, and 1.
But she did get a 6.
Okay, so you
Wanna-
do succeed. You have 2 hope remaining.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Roll it.
6.
6.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
As you start to distance yourself from the rest of the group, as they all kind of stand there staring at this cross, you walk around the other rocks, and you kind of follow this little trail that was made leading up to the small little effigy that's been placed there in the ground. It looks like footprints, but not. There's a rhythm to them. They're rhythmic, the placement. But it's not a shoe, it's not a foot, and it's not a paw, really. It's just little indentions kind of going straight into the ground, very rhythmically, and almost the gait of a human, about 2.5 feet apart.
Someone on stilts walked through here.
What?
You walked. Someone on stilts walked through
Carnival
here.
cat.
I knew it
Campers,
was
of
somebody's
course.
ritual ground.
And they
Yeah,
were
someone just
doing
came
it
out
to
here.
music.
That makes sense. Someone
Okay.
came out camping here and
That's
did what we're
weird.
about to do tonight, basically.
Right.
Dancing naked and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
You guys
That's-
carrying yourselves?
Super, super weird.
Okay, well, it's just a bunch of, like, little
There's a
indents.
dead body there. and-
Wait,
What?
Where's
There's
there a
no
dead body?
body.
Where's that
No,
dead
I
body?
mean, like
Right?
that cross. I would assume there's a dead body in the ground.
It's such
it's
a
a
small
ring toss
cross,
game. Look
though.
at with those reeds on it.
Do I see anything
Can I roll?
dead body-ish
I wanna
about
roll.
that?
I want to dig
Are
up
you?
that body,
Are you?
honestly.
Oh, okay.
If you can do that.
Go ahead.
You're going to check about dead
Yeah, I'm
body?
going
You're
to check
going
out
to-
what's under this cross. Oh, wait, are we using that or no?
Yeah, we're using
Yeah,
it.
all of that's in there. We only
You
lost
Cut
are
up the
gonna-
cards.
You're going to exhume a body?
Oh,
no ones, that's
there's no
good.
ones, but
No
there's
ones,
no
but-
suspects.
Oh, there's no
Oh, no.
Oh,
no, that's not good either.
That's not good. Can you burn something?
Can the chat?
Burn something.
Oh, wait. Can the chat do anything at this point or no?
Look how happy Zach
There
is.
is
I don't like
there
it.
is a certain fire in Zach's eyes.
Okay,
I
you know what? You
What
only
is
roll for
your-
yourself from here on out.
Oh my god.
I can burn a vice.
What is your what is your first one?
My vice.
Which is the protector
No.
or
vice.
the delusional?
Yeah.
Notice that it says only to re-roll 1.
Oh, my god.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So what
Ah.
happens here?
That scene ends.
What happens is
fire.
you take a shovel off of the back of Mallory's pack.
Yes.
You
Zach.
place it into the ground, and the ground is solid. The ground is rock all around you. There's only about 2 inches of topsoil, but you're intent on getting to the bottom of this as you almost start
Yeah.
in a paranoid way, just trying to get through as the sun continues to fall
Yo, it's
and the sun goes down. As it remains dark, you drop the shovel as you're sweating, hard for you to breathe. You fall to your knees,
I'm just gonna
and the
start
darkness
the
surrounds you.
campfire over by
It
this
went
rock.
really dark, really quick.
And you lose a candle,
Should I do that? Since I was
and
very
only
low?
9
Yeah.
candles remain.
Oh, wait.
Before we open into the next scene inside of this rock formation, we must reveal new truths.
Whose idea was it to let me roll the dice again?
Will you stop touching
You are
you?
not touching the
Stop
dice
touching
anymore. You don't get the dice.
The first truth. When Jan was little, she swept her trash under the bed to fool her father. The next night, rustling, the trash became animate.
What? Became what, sorry?
Animate.
Like
Alive.
Oh,
animated.
okay.
It shambled from her room and suffocated her parents.
Fuck.
The reason she turns trash into treasure is to find it again and for revenge. This much is true. Cindy, and only Cindy, will see a fleeting vision. A demonic, smiling individual with long black hair and she can swear his eyes are slightly glowing. He mouths silently. Sin. 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 There's a reason this place is considered unexplored. It chooses where people are allowed to go. And the safe path can be seen or heard, but may be sensed and experienced, and may be sensed by an experienced visitor and is never the straight path. Everywhere else may be hazardous. Cindy also, as the sun falls, trips on a rock and knocks out her front tooth.
What?
And can no longer pronounce T's or S's.
Wow. Troll.
There goes your smile award.
Oh my god.
You trip over the shovel as he throws it to the side and gives up. You kind of immediately stumble over it and fall and hit your head on one of the tall rocks before you
my
hit the
gosh.
ground.
Shit, Cindy.
Oh.
I'll run over
Are
and
you-
help her up.
Raymond starts to hear whispers as a familiar voice begins to speak.
Father? Why did you leave me alone? Why'd you have to go on your trip? Turn around, Father.
Are you alright?
Turn around and come back. Turn around.
Ray.
Turn back.
Ray,
Turn.
what? Are you okay? Are you He has goosebumps. What's wrong with him?
Jan finds a unique piece of what she thinks is scrap metal that would do well with her art. She reaches to pick it up, not noticing a strange rust-like substance coating it. She cuts her hand, and the substance starts to move into the cut.
Guys.
Do I?
As the rust moves within Jan, a primitive truth invades her thoughts. The ancients once used blood for art, and there are 4 other sources of blood walking between you. How fascinating. How inspiring. Maybe your magnum opus is calling you tonight.
I reach up and take the cut and just leave my hand on the rock with the blood.
So you kind of rub blood on there. As Mallory scrambles through his pack, for the last 10 minutes you've been sitting in the dark experiencing these new truths. As he finds a candle. Shit. Flashlight, got it. Kind of bangs it against his hand and brings it on and shines the light over you on the ground, holding your head, and you standing at the rock, smearing blood on top of the marks that have been left. As you start to push the moss off of the earlier marks, the marks start to move and shift, but only visible to you. You are sitting on the ground, crying, holding your mouth as blood can be seen pouring from the front of your face.
Oh my god, are y'all alright?
What
is going on with all of you? Are you okay?
I tripped over
What
the
happened? What?
shovel.
I heard a bunch of things. What's going on?
Oh yeah, everybody want a little
I heard my
batty.
daughter.
You what? What?
What?
I heard voices and it sounded like my daughter and.
I pull out
she
my hand crank
needs-
flashlight,
You start
crank it up.
cranking it up. No, I won't make you roll for that. You have it. That's fine.
Can somebody
Uh,
help me
so you're
catch
now
these? They keep moving.
Yeah. So now we have 2 lights.
Oh,
Dan, what
what
happened?
the fuck is going on?
Dan, what's on your hand?
Huh?
Your hand, it's bleeding.
Shit. I rip off
Oh,
like
no.
my shirt and I tie it up. Are you okay, Jan?
I have a basic I have gauze.
Okay.
You don't have to tear your
Can you
shirt,
just
right?
like
I
stuff
just saw
in
it
my
and I needed to help her.
Why would they
The gauze. Get her the
Come
gauze.
on.
Yeah.
Just-
Here's
just
it's just-
jam it right
it's just
in here.
oh yeah.
Just
Here's
jam
gauze,
it all-
gauze for you. Here's
you
a one.
okay?
It's like a one-hit Neosporin.
Can
Just
we,
squeeze
please?
that on there, and some gauze.
What happened to your hand?
What did happen to your hand? There's blood on this.
That's
Poor thing.
Picked it up and
I thought it was.
Let's put this
pretty. I could
over
make it
here
into
now.
something
Oh God,
that
that's
Keep
covered in
pressure on
rust. It's like
Yeah.
covered in rust. You're,
I don't
Fuck.
have anything
like
for
tetanus. You're gonna
that.
get like tetanus.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that. Aspirin.
No, look,
I have ibuprofen. That's
it's
about
clean.
it.
There's nothing on it. It's okay. It's just
As
blood.
you all look at her hand, there's blood around it, but there's no cut.
The fuck?
What? I
Oh.
wiped it on the. It's cleaned it.
Where did this blood come from?
The
If
moss.
she's got nothing on her
She's
hand.
Feel
Fine.
weird.
That's really.
Can
Did you like stick your hand in Cindy's mouth or something? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
No,
Like,
nothing went in my mouth. Just the shovel and then my head on the ground.
Oh no! What happened to
Oh.
you? No.
Guys,
It's
can I
horrible.
be the voice of reason for a second? It went dark and I heard voices. I heard my
What?
daughter. You have a
What?
bloody hand and there's no scar there.
It's
What
fine,
the fuck
don't
is
worry
going
about
on?
It.
Can we not play like
Also, I don't want to be.
children here?
I don't want to be the one to tell you guys this, but I did see a demon.
Okay, you know what?
What?
You know
There
what?
was a demon.
On that
Where?
note, we have flashlights.
did you? Can you
Was it a
check for a
coyote?
concussion? Check for a concussion.
I don't
For-
think so.
just follow the
I
light.
am very aware of what is happening right now.
Just-
Cindy,
I-
See
Cindy,
if her pupils are
Cindy,
dilating.
My pupils are perfect.
please follow the light. Okay, she's fine.
Is it
I'm
the,
fine.
she's
You know
just
what's
Cindy.
not fine? I'm not gonna win biggest smile
She's not
anymore.
gonna win that.
Guys, can we just
Can we
can we get out of this
Yes,
fucking
we,
rock place
we
and
need
just
we need to
something
leave
about the air,
right
something
now.
about the heat?
Just-
Let's
Okay,
just
we're
if
gonna
we
keep-
if we keep going southwest, we'll
Can
we'll
we,
make it to the
please?
camp
we're
spot.
gonna keep on walking southwest right
fuck
now.
was
We
that
are getting
about?
away from this. Y'all are
I would like to remind you that you only have 9 dice in your pool, as a candle has been taken out, and we will now begin
5, 6,
chapter
7, 8.
2.
Okay, so we put one back.
You're now walking through the tall grass, making your way towards Buzzard's
The
Bluff.
environment.
You've all gone quite silent, kind of holding your experiences on yourselves as Mallory kind of comes up next to Addie, the two of you walking in the front with the flashlight.
I don't
happened
know what in the world is going on. Okay, I expect it from Jan because God knows she does
Probably
every
high as a
drug.
kite right now.
Every drug. She does every drug. And I know Cindy's on some stuff, but I expected more from
I think
Ray.
she ate. There's like mushrooms out here.
I don't-
Sounds like some.
you know,
what
it's
is
like
somebody
it's
talking
somebody's-
about me right now?
Oh my.
Can
I just.
I heard my-
Everything's good, y'all. Everything's good. Just make sure that
Thinking about
your
omelets
packs
now.
are tight. Make sure that your packs are tight, because things get loose when you're
Don't
walking.
drop your stuff. Hold on to your stuff.
Mallory.
Always worrying about losing my stuff.
If it keeps on going like this, we might have to cut this short. I'm just.
No,
saying.
I understand.
I don't know if they're on something, or maybe they're just not used to Arkansas and it doesn't agree with them. But let's see what happens when we get to the bluff. But if this continues, we're gonna have to call this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Are we there yet or what?
We're almost there. We are so close at this point. So close, Ray. And you know what? In the morning, we're having omelets. That's happening. Told you. I totally perfected it.
Does everyone get it?
Totally perfected
I'm so
it.
excited for. I
Hello.
saw
Right,
everything.
Cindy?
Hello.
You know you
Mushrooms,
like
hello.
that.
Okay,
Look
I'm
at
looking forward to the omelets.
Speaking of
Right?
avocados,
I think
What?
it's just the,
Right?
I think it's the. I was thinking about. I think it's the heat.
Guys, are you okay?
I'm great. You know what? I'm great. I'm great. Let's keep walking.
she's reacting like she's hiding
I'm
something.
I'm so good.
Are you? Would you like another ibuprofen? I mean, I have.
Honestly, it's the heat. It's getting to me too. It's-
I have a
think
couple of more
we
one.
should just-
I have like 3 more packets.
Yeah. Take some
Asking if
ibuprofen.
you
The
want.
swelling.
Yeah.
Your lips starting to swell.
Oh shit!
Okay,
I'm sorry, I
I've
just saw
got
you.
2 more packets of
Are you
ibuprofen
okay?
left after I
Is
give
my
this to
tooth
her.
gone?
She needs it, yeah.
Yeah, here, it's just 2
We'll
more
get you a nice
ibuprofen.
fake one, don't you worry, Cindy. We'll
There
get you
you
a nice
go.
fake tooth. Maybe I'll make one for you out of like an
Is
old
it
piece
pain?
of
Are you
porcelain from
okay,
the toilet
Cindy?
or something. I don't know.
Okay. So
I don't feel anything.
Is that a good thing?
That's probably a good
I
thing.
can't feel anything.
That's probably a good thing.
Shall we?
Alright.
I think we're coming up. I see the lake in front of us. I think we're really
Yeah.
close. So
Oh,
just
Let's do that, and then we'll camp out for the night. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pitch our
Some water will
tents.
be good. Let's go. Let's
All
go
right,
see
all right,
that.
Cindy.
Okay.
no.
We're
The,
not.
the cliff's like 100 feet high. We don't go
Right,
down to
yeah,
the water.
It's,
Okay.
All right, let's
it's
just
like a
not
bluff.
safe.
It's a bluff.
continue to bluff. Can we see at this point?
You just notice. It's not that you see the bluff. You just see nothing else.
The fuck?
It's really dark.
So you're in pitch black darkness, and as you shine your light out, you notice that the trees stop, and it's just blackness in front of you. So you must be coming close to the edge.
Wow. Okay, I think we're just about here then.
All right, all right.
You know,
Find a nice clearing, light a
pretty
fire.
majestic.
Did
Yeah.
anyone bring s'more stuff? I've heard all about them. I've never had them. I'd love
Yes.
to try it.
I definitely brought s'mores.
Oh, because you know
Excellent.
Mallory loves it. He's got a sweet
Mallory, you're
tooth.
working your way
You
back
know he
into my heart
does.
already.
Mallory.
I definitely brought s'mores.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And I brought stuff to make the fire. I can handle it. You guys just rest and look here.
So
And
we
he
here?
shines his light over, and you see a small kind of clearing on the top of the bluff where there's a group of 10 trees that kind of form a circle on the top of the cliff.
Okay.
As you've made your way up, you kind of look behind you and shine the light. You just see waving, kind of 6 feet tall grass just waving in the wind.
Oh, it's very
Christ.
peaceful.
As these
Really?
trees
No,
that
I
form kind of a circle on top of the cliff are inside. It's kind of padded down, and they're pine trees, so the pine needles have kind of created a nice little bedding area.
Okay, so
I'm-
need to
it's a
sit down.
camping area.
Yeah, I
All
need
right,
to-
Well, it's
sure.
probably an animal's sleeping area, but
Great, lovely. I'm going to go up in the tree if you don't mind.
Let's,
Excuse me very
let's-
much.
no. But if we start a fire,
Yeah, let's
nobody,
do that right
nothing's
now.
gonna
No,
bother
Yes,
us.
stay away, that's
Okay,
true.
so why don't we just sit down and wait, and we can each
Okay.
share our favorite moment from the past couple hours, and say who do we think we grew closer to so far?
Okay, great. So
So
let's
excited.
pitch our tents while we do that because we're going to be sleeping for the night.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So-
I didn't actually.
You don't have tents.
I didn't bring a tent, but I did bring
got
a
sleeping
bag
bags.
and a net
Right.
and some tarps.
No one
So,
brought-
Yeah, let's.
Just gonna go up that
Oh,
tree.
I was gonna bed in with one of you for tents. I
I'll
didn't bring
Katniss
one
in it up
either.
the tree. I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Oh,
Let's-
okay.
No, this is part of the experience. We're just gonna sleep under the stars, and
Okay.
In the
Okay.
tree.
Let's light this fire. Do we
Okay.
need a roll for that or what?
All right.
I brought the stuff to light the fire.
Alright, let's do
So
that.
You got
I've.
kindling. You got
Does
sticks.
someone want to help me grab some sticks?
I'll
So
help
the rest of you just
I need
stay
some.
here. Don't
God.
go anywhere.
I'm
you
gonna
know-
climb up the tree.
Did you need
Okay.
help?
Ray,
Mallory?
Raymond and
Yeah,
I will
let's
go
do
out
this.
into the
All
the
right.
grass and find some wood.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll.
Can we borrow your flashlight so we can just be more effective?
Oh, sure, definitely. There
So
you
just you guys stay there. Don't
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Okay. Yeah. We'll be here. We'll just make it a little bit more
Can we get this going,
hospitable
Mallory?
here.
All right. So Raymond and Mallory head off into the weeds. You see their lights kind of moving around in the grass as they're walking around there. As the three of you remain, Addie, you're kind of sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
You've climbed a little bit of a tree,
Couple
a couple feet, we'll say, because they're pine, and we're gonna say that they're very tall pines. So
Yeah.
the branches are up a little high. So you're
Feel
just kinda,
feel better up there, Jan.
I can see a
Just-
lot. I can see some stars. It's really
Okay.
nice. I feel like I might spot an owl. I'm a little excited.
All right. Well, you know, just as long as you feel good and you feel good in the
I will
space.
tie myself to the
That's-
tree. I fell out once. I'm not doing that again, my
Oh,
friend. Yeah.
oh, yeah. You know what? As long as you feel good.
Yeah.
That's what this trip is
I
all
like
about.
it.
So I was thinking that I have a list of activities that I've kind of just got cooking in my head.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking we can vote on it. We
Hmm.
can either sing,
Okay.
we can sing a song that
I
inspires
would
us.
absolutely love you to sing RESPECT right now and just really hit that S and that T.
I also did bring Corbell with me. You know, for us to toast our. We're either going to toast our first night or our last night, and those are your two choices. We're definitely toasting.
Good
well, I
deal.
didn't really factor in a toast into the activities, but I guess maybe
Are you thinking last night then? Maybe when you've healed a little bit more, or
what do you think?
Or maybe first night. Cindy?
No, Cindy, okay? What's up?
Cindy?
Sandy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, she back. Oh, she came back.
hi.
Hey.
Yeah.
Are you tired? What's happening?
I think I'm probably just a little weird with my head. So, you know what? Why don't we do the toast thing? I'll sit down over.
You
over
know,
here.
maybe alcohol
Maybe a
isn't
little
such a
lightheaded.
great idea
I think that's a good call. She might be a
tonight.
little lightheaded.
So you all,
Yeah.
mind you, are talking to each other in pitch blackness. You can't actually see each other. You can just hear each other and get a general idea of where each other is.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to find the bottle right now anyway.
That's
you know,
fair.
thinking about
You do
it.
hear the sound of branches cracking, not too far away from you. Hard for you to tell though if it's not just one of each other.
I
Addie,
assume it's one of our group.
they said they were gonna go get the twigs, so you don't have to do that.
I wasn't planning to.
No, because I hear you with the twigs, so just thought.
I'm actually I'm just standing over here, just looking out. I'm not
Don't
not
light it.
anywhere near the woods.
I'm gonna climb down the tree and take the cooking pot out of
yeah,
my
that's
bag.
probably just Jan.
Oh,
and,
in the
and
tree.
her
So you're-
tree.
You're climbing out of the tree.
I'm just coming down to the base of the tree. I'm taking the cooking pot out, and I'm feeling on the ground for dry pine needles, and I'm starting.
They're all over.
I'm starting to put
Just
them
all-
in the
you're
cooking
just
pot.
putting them in your.
dry ones. Yeah.
Okay.
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 Maybe if we just pile some in the. I can't believe. Why did I give them both? They only
Oh,
need
no,
a
I
one
got it right
flashlight.
here.
Why did
I
I,
get
give
into
them
my
both?
bag, and I pull out a match, and I light it, and I put it in the pan with the pine needles.
Roll for that.
Oh shit!
9 dice.
Do it.
Come on, you bad boys!
I believe. No,
There
it
is
is one.
1-1.
And
And
You have a.
26s.
You have one hope available.
Let's roll it, shall we?
Do it.
Oh, it's a 1 again.
Should throw it higher.
Ah,
No, I've got.
I know I should have.
I'm
And I
not-
got
What is
three
your,
sixes.
Let's throw a die.
What is your
No.
current activated thing? Is it your?
Oh,
Streetwise?
It's the what?
We're not the
Streetwise.
Which one says number 1?
Streetwise
Sheet.
as my virtue.
You could use it.
To re-roll all my ones, I don't need to do that. There's only one.
You wanna keep it off?
Yeah.
Okay. You're now
There's
down
only
to
one.
8 ones
I know.
or 8 dice.
I know.
And you had how many 6s?
3.
Okay. So you light as the pine needles flash. As they flash, you see the reflection of eyes in the grass. Only you see them out in front of you as they quickly kind of sink away into the grass, but only you see those
Guys,
as your fire flashes in the pan.
Guys, I was going to tell you earlier when I saw that grass out there that I thought velociraptors were going to come out the grass, and now I swear to God, I just saw some eyes out in that grass.
Oh my God, Jan.
Jan.
I swear to God, I just saw some eyes out in that grass.
Don't be such
Velociraptors!
a
Big
Okay.
ones! Jurassic Park ones, not the
All
real
right,
ones!
You know what, Jan? Velociraptors haven't lived on the earth.
What was it
in-
then? What was it?
It was probably, I don't know,
It's probably the
a
guy.
fox or a rat.
It was too tall for a fox. You're not kidding me with that. No way.
Foxes climb.
You look off in the distance and you still see 2 flashlights moving around out in the weeds. As we go now to Mallory and Raymond walking along, you're just kind of walking, and as you start to feel like the ground, like if you feel a stick kind of crack underneath you, you reach down and pick it up, and you've got a big bundle of sticks with you, and Mallory does as well. So, how have you been?
I'm good. It's just my job and my daughter, to be honest. And can we just get this going?
Your daughter, how old is she now?
She's 3, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, when we began this, I was all for it. This was like the first. This is only, every year I get to go away, and that's the only kind of break I have. And
Yeah.
I was all for this up until just
okay.
before, and I just want to go home now. To be honest, like I just want to go home to my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I thought this would be.
Honestly, I was all for it, man.
Can I be? If I tell you something, can you promise not to tell the others? I'm just getting a little freaked out, and I just
Yeah.
I made the effigy in the woods.
The fuck, man?
I'm just
You fucking kidding me, man? Was that you with the voices too?
What voices?
Pretending to be my daughter.
How could I pretend to be your daughter? Look, I wanted this to be an experience for everybody, just get our blood pumping and like when we were in school and we were artists, we lived, and we would just do stuff. And now you're so talented and you're a security guard and
Can you
Jan's a stoner and Cindy's just a bitch.
Cindy is a bitch.
We all had so much potential. I wanted to make something for us that just it made us feel good to be alive again.
Man,
But I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. I was just trying to make us have some fun,
Can you level with me? Tell me, what is this? Some massive fucking installation piece here, and like how much more of this? Because I'm hearing voices. I don't know if it's the heat. There's like a fucking cross in the ground. How much of this did you come here and do? Because I'm honestly ready to go home. I heard my daughter, and I just want to go back to her.
I really want to go to the well.
Okay.
I really do. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing.
All right. Well, how about this, man?
I did
What?
I did pay Daryl and Denny to scare us in the well
Oh
tomorrow.
my fucking god.
I was supposed to.
John's gonna have a heart attack, right?
They were gonna show up in masks in the well, and I was gonna
Man.
like
How well
save
do you know
everybody.
these guys?
And
How well do you know these guys?
I just met them a couple days ago, and
Jesus.
I'm worried now because they know we're out here, and maybe they're fucking with us. I don't know.
Honestly, man, I think we've got enough twigs. Let's head back. Just tell them what's up, because Cindy's fucked up.
Everybody already doesn't like me, and I don't want to. No, you're right. I fucked up.
No, you tried, man. Your house. What are you suggesting? You're suggesting we just follow through with this and not tell anyone? Because I'm honestly, dude, I'm not having a good time.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. I didn't know she was gonna lose her tooth, and I don't know what's going on with Jan, and maybe she's fucking with us. She is a, she's like that.
Jen is pretty fucked up. Okay. Any case, let's head back. I'm gonna decide whether to tell them or not. But for now, your secret's safe with me. How's that sound? We'll go to the well, get this done, and everyone's gonna leave happy, and you'll join for the next year. And right now I'm not having a good time, man. Okay.
At least it's quiet out here.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
Like
kind of
really
fucking
quiet.
hot though. All right, shall we head back, dude?
Didn't know you could sweat at night like this.
Yeah, dying. Yeah. All right.
So you all having this little bit of pine needles sitting in this pan. Jan continues just throwing pine needles into the pan
guys.
to keep the flame going. As
sorry.
we're walking up,
yeah.
we see this like little flame.
Jesus, you guys started without us? Let me take that from you.
Please come round the front of us.
Get that
Jim
flash
and
from you.
Why are you coming up behind me like that? I saw a velociraptor, or I saw eyes. I saw eyes out in the grass.
There
was
were
someone
animal
out there.
tracks, so
Dinosaurs
They were
are not
higher
a
than
thing right
It was
now.
eyes. I saw eyes.
Well, I mean, like I said, this is maybe
I mean, we're
we just
starting the
let's
fire
get the
now,
fire
so-
started.
Yeah.
Because it's probably
Yeah.
just whatever animal this was their home.
Okay. The
We-
fire's
we did-
starting.
Great.
Oh, you're starting the fire.
I
Roll for that.
Oh, Jesus, for real?
Yeah.
Oh my
To be fair, he poured out the fire I already had.
He poured it out of the pan.
Oh no!
What? Ah!
No!
Whose idea was it to let me roll again?
No! Oh.
We've got 3 1s. Let's not be scared of this. We got 3 1s and no 6s.
Yeah,
Oh,
but do you want to baby bird something?
Oh.
I mean, it fit.
I mean, you
Oh, no,
can.
Does it? I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Wait,
know.
wait.
Would
I
you
don't
like
know if
to?
that
Would you like to
fits.
burn?
Just to confirm, if I burn something like this for the rest of the episodes in this volume, I don't have that anymore, right?
Correct, but you do have 4 of them. 4 different abilities, basically, that you can use.
But they
So-
don't come back.
They don't come back, but you do have 4 of them to use, as well as your teammates.
It for later.
We have no hope die, do we?
Not yet.
Oh my gosh.
If-
We would lose
One,
3
two,
For this
die.
first-
You gotta re-roll
For this
it.
first
Oh, man.
episode,
Yeah.
I will advise you, and this will be the only time I will
Oh,
advise
okay.
you.
No.
I would suggest using it
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
really?
All right,
Oh,
all right,
okay,
all right.
thank goodness.
because you all have those.
Yeah.
And if you keep going at this speed, this will only last 2 episodes anyway.
Whose idea is it? No, okay.
right.
Yes, I choose to burn my vice, which is delusional.
So you can re-roll all of your ones,
Please.
and we will
Oh,
burn.
throw them around. Yeah.
This is delusional or protector. Which one?
Delusion. Oh, I feel
No,
like.
it's- you
that's
gotta do it in
first.
order.
Oh, okay. Delusional was first.
Okay.
Don't roll them one at a time. That doesn't work.
It makes it more interesting. I rolled a 1, by the way. Rolled a 5. I rolled a. I rolled a 6.
Wow.
So you only lost one of those. Do you want to go ahead and tell us how that plays into the story at this moment? Your delusional aspect.
So I rolled when I was creating the
So
fire.
you start
right?
the fire. The fire is created. You do that, but weave your delusion into the story.
Oh Jesus! How do I do that? Okay, so with all these pine needles around, I feel like I'm easily able to put these twigs in and light this, and it will be self-contained, properly self-contained fire. Because it's just gonna,
Yeah.
it's just gonna light the twigs.
If
I
they're-
mean, like,
is it- yeah.
it's not gonna light the pine needles. Yeah, it's. So I go ahead and light it, and
So
the
he lights
the fire.
your entire campsite on fire.
Does
and
anyone?
circle
Who's that
around it.
shovel?
I grabbed that
Who's
shovel from earlier.
Okay.
I'm using the
pulling
pan.
that.
I need
And
the
I'm scrubbing
shovel.
pine
I'm throwing
needles
some
out the way
dirt
too.
on
No,
it. I'm throwing
No,
some-
don't put it out.
I'm
Just
putting more
make a
pine
moat.
needles
Make a
on it.
moat.
Now it's
Make a
getting
moat.
even bigger.
Dig a moat around it.
Um,
A bunch of
Control
dirt.
it in the middle.
Jan,
Yeah.
do you want to roll for that ditch that you're building around the camp area?
Yes, to contain the fire. I'm digging around the fire to contain
yeah.
it.
You
Okay.
told me what you were doing. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll for success on that.
I believe in you.
Everybody, talk
kinda
to your
wanna see it.
favorite deities.
Fast.
No ones, 1
And
6.
two
Two
sixes.
sixes, 2 sixes.
Okay.
Money.
You make
after
a
Nice.
you kind of dig as quickly as possible around the
Whoa,
outside of the
help you.
10 trees. Now, you all step back as the fire starts to grow, but it's
Hang on.
contained in this small area that includes the kind of perimeter of these 10 trees. Of each one of those pine trees starts to light up one at a time in a row.
We need to run. We need to run.
As you're
right
all
now.
standing back, the
Let's stand
entire
back, yeah.
area starts to light up.
We need to
Light
run away.
up.
We can't
As
outrun
it
this.
now is almost as bright as the daylight that filled the forest earlier, as this fire just continues to grow and grow.
Run to the rocks.
But it's contained within that area.
Well, if anyone
it's
is here,
contained.
they know we're here now, at least.
Okay, everyone just stand behind me. I'll guard you from the flames.
Oh my God. Are you okay? Are you okay? That
No,
was
I
only
feel
4
great.
ibuprofen.
I feel great.
Okay.
I don't feel any pain.
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
turn around. As you all turn with your backs to the fire, feeling heat on the fire, you see on the opposite side of the grass, in the woods, as the light has now made its way all the way to the woods, reflecting eyes looking back at you, hundreds of them, lined up within the tree line, as they just make their way all the way around the entire area on the opposite side of the grass.
I told you they were velociraptors. I told you they were
Okay,
velociraptors.
just
What are
calm down
those?
for 1 second.
Jan.
Jan. That noise?
They're not velociraptors, but they're probably animals, okay?
Yeah, they're just.
We
they're
saw
just,
animal tracks,
They're just animals.
stilts.
I'm going to immediately climb up another tree.
There are no trees
Okay,
other
I'm
than the ones that are on fire.
Yeah.
Mallory, do you have s'mores
They're not
More items in your bag.
You want s'mores right now?
No, I'm gonna throw the s'mores at the creatures
No,
in the
you
hope that they
don't.
get distracted.
Guys, what's that? What's that sound?
Don't be the-
Wait.
Look. As long as we're by the
Oh my
fire, it's
God,
not like the animals are gonna come to us, okay?
Oh my god, I'm in
It's
quicksand.
a forest, there's animals.
Guys, I'm in quicksand.
All right, I'm not
not
gonna
kidding,
lie.
I'm in quicksand.
That kind of sounds like that one dinosaur
Wait,
from
this-
Jurassic Park, the one that spit
quicksand
tar.
too.
Yeah, the one that got.
Not saying that that's what it is.
Velociraptors,
Nedry.
Velociraptors.
It's not Velociraptor. It's not.
Watch your
Jan.
flanks!
It's
Watch your
not-
flanks!
Oh my god.
What is it? What is it though?
It's probably
It's just
animals.
some- it's just some
I mean,
kind of
it's
animal.
normal
Don't
animals.
This is like the Mariana Trench of the upstairs, and there are dinosaurs down
Okay.
here.
You know what?
You
It's
start.
just some kind of
You
animal.
hear the
It's not
sound
even-
all of a sudden as it rings through the ears, and the light flashes around you. Mallory has pulled out a pistol and is shooting it into the woods. As you all, the sound echoes throughout your ears right next to you as the light flashes,
Mallory!
hitting the grass. As all of the eyes in the woods sort of like flicker, and you hear the sound of like all the trees like as they all scatter.
Mallory! I grabbed Mallory's gun.
Mallory,
Stop!
Stop!
I'm gonna hold on to this, okay? I don't want.
No. I don't want you
no,
holding on to.
I've been trained, like, through.
Have you been trained through your security guard thing?
No. When the manuals I've been reading.
You
for
make like
police-
$10
Oh my
an
God.
hour.
Listen, I'm just gonna empty this mag, take the one out, and put it back in. I'm gonna hold on to this, all right?
Guys, I've read a lot about wild animals, and I think all I need to do is make myself look larger, and then charge towards the area.
Mallory, why
They're
do you have
gone.
a gun, man?
They're gone. They're gone. I don't.
What
They left.
are they? Look, the best
No.
defense is a strong offense. They will know that I will come after them if
Listen,
I
listen,
simply
calm down,
Okay,
everyone,
okay,
calm
you know
down,
what?
Calm down, please.
Real talk.
Yeah,
This
real
is a
talk.
huge fire that is going on. They are not going to come
That's
near
right.
us. They
And
weren't
someone's
coming
gonna send
near
rescue,
us
right? Someone's gonna
before.
send rescue?
Rescue for what?
For the fire! They're
It
gonna
was
put out the fire!
It was just a couple of
looks
animals, and
contained.
Mallory
It looks contained.
scared them away.
Yep, it looks contained. There was animals. They're scared off. Let's just kind of like fucking stay as close to the fire as we can without
Okay,
getting
you know
burned
what?
and
You
just-
know what? It's time for alcohol, so that's happening.
the
So
monsters
we're
under the bed
going
again.
to
Yeah, yeah.
have.
I don't.
we're
Do you?
going to
Is that a good idea?
it's a good idea for me.
Mallory, what's with the gun, dude?
What was that, Mallory? Why do you have a gun out here if it's supposed to be just us and everything's protected and fine?
It's the South. They will have like concealed carry, don't they?
Unfortunately, that's true.
Just in case, animal.
Listen, man, I'm gonna hold on to this. All right, you're a bit too trigger happy for. I think everyone's good, so I'm gonna hold on to.
You had a gun. Do you have a flare gun to call for help?
No one's gonna see it.
That's our flare.
Jan, I need you to calm all the way down.
Yeah.
You are at like a 12, girlfriend.
I'm gonna put the pot over my head and just sit in the corner.
All right, let's.
There are no corners. You're in the middle of the wilderness.
Listen.
It's a corner with a
There's-
pot on my head.
There's a fire. It's a big fire, but it's contained. Shall we do what we plan to do, which is kind of set up camp as? Is that still
I mean,
work?
I'm not
It's-
saying
it's not
anywhere
like we
those
have-
animals know we're here.
It's
The
a
animals are
forest.
gone, Jan.
All right,
It's a
There's a
forest.
fire. It's not going to go out anytime
There's-
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
think-
pack up. I like the booze idea. Do we need a roll for that? Probably not. Let's just
No, you.
All right.
Why don't
Don't
we
need
set
to
up camp with our backs to the flames so that no one can approach and just relax with some booze
Yep.
facing outward
Okay.
So you'd be facing inward.
and facing inward.
The trees that are on fire are technically on the edge of the bluff that overlooks the lake
Facing
that stretches
inward.
for miles.
It's exactly how we planned it. Just the fire's bigger, right?
Exactly. Everything's fine.
Okay.
There's that.
So
And-
let's crack up the booze.
And we're out in the wilderness. Of course, we're going to expect
I'm not-
some
I'm not-
animals.
How
I'm
you
not-
feeling, Mallory?
I can't.
Can't what?
Mallory.
You can't what?
What do you need?
What's
Can't
going on?
even.
I can't. I can't drink.
Oh.
You can be DD.
Well, it
I'm-
probably isn't fair for us to then.
I didn't. I'm recovering.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know
Sure.
what?
I don't need booze.
I also have Gatorade.
Let's. I'm down for Gatorade.
Yeah, let's
Hey,
do some Gatorade.
I'll
Replace
make
some
some,
electrolytes.
Yay.
Okay.
I'll make some
so-
guacamole.
And in the morning, omelets.
let's get to know each other a
Omelets.
bit more now. Let's. I mean, this is the first time we
Omelet.
got together. Let's kind of crack out some Gatorade.
Let's do that and do s'mores.
Yeah.
Cause Mal,
What do you think,
brought
Mallory?
those.
You see-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still seem a bit
Yes.
shaken. I'm.
I-
How you doing, buddy?
Still be
Crack
fun.
out those
Ray?
graham crackers.
Yeah. What do you need?
We should tell them.
All right.
Tell us what?
Tell us what?
Tell us what?
Okay. So.
What's that? I don't like it.
Okay. So when we're gathering twigs, do you want to tell them or shall I?
Did you see a floor trapped?
Jan.
All right. I'm gonna tell them.
What?
I wanted
You basically.
you all to have such an experience out here that you would feel more alive. I made the effigy in the rock forest.
I'm sorry. What?
What? You idiot!
Why would
It
you?
was
Why
kinda like
would
it's
you?
an
Why are
art
you trying to freak me out
installation
when you
thing.
know I have problems with getting
Yeah.
freaked out?
Did you
I
think of
lost
the
a
fallout when
Yeah, that
Jan
was
freaks
fucked up.
out? What that happens with us? Mal, not cool. Not
And
cool, dude.
I hired Daryl and Denny to scare us in the well tomorrow.
Oh my god! Call them off! I don't want
can't.
anything to do with this.
I can't, and now I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I didn't mean for you to get hurt or for the fire or for you to lose a
I'm gonna
tooth.
walk over and slap him.
Okay, that succeeds.
Okay, great. You asshole!
I pull it back.
I just
I'm gonna hit you with my pan next.
I take the pen off.
Shit!
I'm taking weapons off everyone.
look. None of us are doing anything with their lives. You know, when we got handpicked,
Excuse me, Pete. Speak for yourself. I'm a successful visual artist.
you're a
Artiste.
stoner. You're a stoner.
I
I'm a
get
celebrity.
inspired.
I got help for my problems. All right, that's why I wasn't around the last couple of years. But you just walk around life in a haze, and your art. I'm sorry,
Don't
Jam.
you even?
It's shit.
Oh, Mallory.
It's the most
Give me that pan. Give me that
privileged.
pan.
It's the most privileged, sit on a throne, white girl stoner shit I've ever seen in my life.
are
and
so-
you give it all up to be a fake news anchor that just.
Fake news anchor? I am a celebrity personality.
And you're a really successful chef, and that's really cool. That's great, and I have nothing but positive things to say about you. But
Such a jerk.
and you
watch
you gave
out.
up sculpture to.
I've got a daughter, man.
But don't you think she'd want her father to be happy, to be creating,
Man,
making art?
It doesn't pay the bills, all right?
I thought maybe if we all came out here and shared this life-changing experience together, we'd come out of it.
Sorry,
Creating
life-changing
again.
or near-death experience.
Mallory, who's to say that, like, just doing what we kind of all met up doing, the art, is a good life? I have a good life, man. Like, I have a daughter. Okay? Who's
Maybe
to
you should
say?
take care of your own life and
Who's-
stop
Oh, so
worrying
just
about
just
everyone
by default,
else's.
if you have kids, you're more important now.
No,
Like,
man, but it's I don't think the measure of success is just kind of being what we studied necessarily. Okay? And as long as you're happy and doing good,
all right, well, I'm not happy.
so what's up?
So that's a you problem.
It's an all of us problem. Look, we were handpicked, the best,
What are you
the
saying?
up and coming. We were supposed to be like.
I'm doing it. Still not good enough for you, is it, Mallory? What would make you happy if I was doing? What would make you happy?
No, it's not that. It's he's unhappy with something in his life. What is it? Like he's taking shots at us, but it's
Is it
not
because
even
you're
us.
like
It's-
grossly skinny and you have scratches all over
Come
your
on.
arms? and,
Burn,
like-
burn, burn, burn
Sorry.
it down.
Okay.
Let's-
I think all of us are just feeling real emotional right now. Like a lot of emotions. Mallory, you're not saying untrue things. Let's be honest. But he's not. He's also not saying it in a really great way, and y'all are not saying untrue things either. You're also not saying it in a really great way.
You're taking us out of here tomorrow morning. We're not going to that fucking well where your friends are going to scare us. We're going home.
This
What?
is
So I
the-
can throw you all under the bus, but Addie doesn't, and it's just fine.
I just want to go home.
I'm kind of wanting to go home, but I kind of want to go to the. Do I want to go to this fucking well? Jesus.
Maybe to punch those guys in the face.
Well, or shoot.
It's
the
not their
fucking
fault.
kneecap.
I paid them. I don't. They're nice. people.
Are they really?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, let's decide. Do we want to go to this well tomorrow and possibly be scared?
Okay, I'll be really, really honest right now. This is the only break that I have the entire year. It is exhausting doing what I do because I have to. I've sacrificed my personal life.
We get it. You succeeded. We didn't. We know.
She's not saying that.
That's exactly what she's saying. That's what she's always saying.
That's not
That's what she's always saying.
It's not what I'm saying, Mallory.
Continue, Eddie.
I'm saying that this is my vacation. This is everything recreational for me packed into this 1 week, and
Why don't we just go back to my house?
Eddie, this
and
was.
I get the drink out
I
my
agree with you,
bottle?
Eddie. It was supposed to be mine too, but at some point, if everyone's not having fun, it's you have to kind of decide whether it's still worth continuing it.
That's true.
I vote home.
True.
I vote home. First light, home.
I mean,
I'm done with your friendship. I absolutely do
what
not
was your
need to be
plan
friends
after
with
the
you.
well, dude? Was it something else?
We were gonna check out the house and the
Okay.
dump and.
Is there
And
actually
get murdered
anything-
by your hick friend.
Was your hick friends gonna just scare us at the well and then leave? Because we could just go to
I
the
was
house
sup-
and then.
I
go
was
to the
supposed
well.
to. I was supposed to
Speak up, man.
save you guys, and they were gonna run away, and
You don't
we
have
would.
to do
You were
that,
going to save us with
Mallory.
that gun. So let me ask, what do they have on them that you were going to save us from?
They knew I was gonna do it. It was a planned bit. It's
Did they have guns?
It's an experience.
It's not an experience.
Did not sign up for this. Experiences have clauses.
That's a hellish scenario, Mal. Like, that's something that people go to therapy for.
Honestly, when I was first hearing this, it just kind of didn't make any sense to me. But I mean, is it really gonna hurt? Are we just gonna go there and just follow through this?
I don't like those. Did
Dumbass
those guys
scenario.
look
We can just
like-
go home. We can just go home.
great? Thank
Let's
you.
just-
Thank
let's
you
just go
so
home.
much for listening to reason.
As he says that, in the corner of your eye, you feel another kind of flicker of light. It takes you a second to recognize that it's more light that's coming from a different direction, the giant fire that's raging in the trees behind you. On the map, you can see here, where it's labeled the bluff, across the cove is the willow, and a shorter, smaller bluff on that side. A giant fire has been lit and burns in the sky across the cove as its light kind of pierces through the trees that remain on the opposite side, and you see it burning bright into the sky as if to match the size of your own.
Not to be paranoid, but I think someone knows we're here.
I didn't plan this. This isn't. I
Is
didn't.
this your
I didn't.
buddy?
No, no, no. I
Is this
didn't.
your hick
Daryl
friend?
and
No, 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 no. They left. They were just supposed
Put
to be
that
at the
gun
well
back together.
tomorrow.
Put that gun back together, please.
I didn't. This
Can
isn't.
you lead us back to the path from here in the dark?
We're not going to get out of here in the dark.
I would love to start
Mallory,
moving.
Mallory, is this part of your plan? Is like what's going on with this light?
No, I didn't. It was just literally. It was just supposed to be the
this
effigy.
isn't some
It was
act?
just gonna be the effigy, and then at the well, there's another effigy I put there, and we were gonna rappel in, and they were gonna be down there, and I was gonna be like, oh, I have to go see something at the opening of the well, and you guys were gonna go in, and then they'd get there, and then I'd get away from my friends, and I have a gun, and
Okay, you're
and
done.
they leave,
Okay,
and that was
okay.
it. That was it. That was it.
Now.
Maybe you could
Okay,
get a
we
career
get
in
it.
party planning, you jackass.
Shall we? Let's decide what we're going to do now. There's another light here.
I wanna move
What
on.
if
I
we're
wanna
going
go.
to stay here.
We have a gun,
until
okay,
the
so-
sun comes up, and then we'll go home.
I think someone
Why-
should
why wouldn't-
investigate. I'll go investigate that fire.
It's up there. We
Are
can't
you
get out there.
okay?
I'll
Is
go towards
everything-
it.
She's not warm.
If you're going to go, I'll come with you. Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna keep my back to this.
Why wouldn't we just stay here?
It's a horror movie.
No, okay, sorry. Sorry.
There's always that one person. Okay, so
I'm gonna go.
according to the map, that
yes.
other light is
Yes.
the willow,
Right.
because that's straight across right now. So I mean, it's
I think
so
we should go
early
to the
in
well.
night. What?
What? I think we should go to the well.
Why?
I think we. Okay, let's go down.
The light's at the willow though. That's completely in the other
Why do you want to
direction.
go to the well, Cindy?
If we meet up with the guys that are supposed to meet up with us, it'll be easier for us
Mallory,
all
was
to go
that
back.
supposed to be tomorrow or the
It's supposed to be in the morning. No, that's
We
a good.
can just
That's a
go-
good idea.
Oh wait, because
We-
they might be there now.
We're obviously in over our heads. Those guys they're locals. They were like, yeah, whatever. We go there all the time. So maybe we ask them for help, and I could pay them. I could pay them again, and they
get
could
us
help
outta
us
here?
get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if they want more money, we've got Jan's weed, so that would work too.
That would work.
We'll go there and we'll
Take
wait
one for the
them.
team, Jan.
Okay. What are you suggesting we go there now?
Now, let's go now.
No. We should wait. We should wait for the
That
sun,
would make
right?
The most sense.
I
Well,
mean,
why
then
do you think we
then
should go
wouldn't be
now?
Stumbling in
Why
the
do
dark.
you think we should go now?
Let's. So
I
we
know
can-
everyone makes fun of me for being paranoid, but I really don't like that fire started our fire after
We're
our
forgetting
fire
there's a
started.
fucking fire.
Which
at
means
the
that
Willow.
somebody started it.
Right.
Yes.
You're saying it's not your friend.
Did anyone watch Lord of the Rings and smoke signals and fire
The
signals?
person at the fire won't think we'll go to the well.
What?
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 The person at the fire. They
What?
think we're just gonna stay by the fire.
Yeah.
If we're
So?
trying to get away from them,
Okay.
Why are we trying to get away from
we
them? We
should
don't even
go
know who
to
they
the
are.
well.
Look,
Well-
they'd have it'd take them a couple
Why
hours.
won't we just go to the well right now?
Okay, Cindy.
Why don't we
Okay.
just go right now? I mean, I
What's
have
happening?
this plan and I'm presenting it to you.
Tell Louise
very
those people are gonna
clearly.
hear.
Okay. Okay. Well,
God.
would Denny and Daryl just be there now?
They
No,
weren't
they're going to
supposed
be
to
in
be
the
there till the
morning.
morning. Why would you?
So we'll surprise them, all of us together.
Cindy, it's dark. There's
Cindy, I think-
it's
I
not
think-
the best time to go.
I
out
think
there.
we're
There-
vetoing
You're not
the
giving
well
us
for
any
right
reason to go to
now.
the well right now.
Hey,
alright?
I don't usually support this, but maybe you should have a drink, Cindy. Seem a little tense.
That's not the worst idea. Just to calm you down, right?
Just
Can
seem a
we
little
crack
tense.
out the booze?
Okay, then wait.
All right.
What?
What?
We're gonna have a drink.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll help with the
Alright,
the.
Yeah.
There's your drink
my
there.
own.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Here's your
I'll
drink.
just go ahead and open up the Corbel then.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I already opened it up. It's over there.
Oh, you
Uh,
already opened
Yeah.
it.
I just threw
But-
it in your bag and I just
But
took it out.
for real,
Okay. Now. Yes.
I don't know who started the fire. I don't know why Jan had blood on her hands. I didn't
what?
plan. I didn't plan for any of that.
I had what on my hands?
Something is a bit fucked up, Melody.
You were rubbing blood all over a rock.
Yes, you
Are
were.
you insane? When?
Okay.
Yeah, you were rubbing
What?
blood on a rock.
Here's your
There
spark-
was nothing on my hands
Here's
right
your
now.
sparkling wine, darling.
Jan, you're acting crazy.
You
Oh,
are.
am I actually crazy?
I
Can we
came
decide
out
what?
here to be with friends.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so
I
feel like
I have
we're all
a
about to
toast.
get
I'm
murdered.
being
I have a-
attacked.
I have a toast for all of us.
Thanks.
A toast, if we want to go ahead and do that. And Mallory, you can toast with your Gatorade. You know. Yeah. So I'm very happy that we're able to do this every year. I very much enjoy this. This does mean a lot to me to reconnect with all of you. And I'll do the same toast that I
really
do
wish
every
we'd done
year.
this
then.
at the Westin, though.
Oh yeah,
That
that
would've been better.
that was very nice.
Yeah.
So may your roof ever be strong, may your glass ever be full, and may you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
Oh,
Hey.
cheers
Cheers,
to that.
So what are we doing about this light now?
Well, we have a fire. We have sleeping bags. We have the gun.
I mean, what are we doing about these other people?
we don't know if
I
they're.
think we should have rest
I
for
think.
tonight.
Hey, okay. Just hear me out. Why do we keep assuming it's people?
I'm sorry, what?
I-
I'm gonna need a refill.
Are you
Okay.
saying
As opposed
Yogi
to-
Bear has
as
learned how to make
opposed to what?
campfires?
No. Okay, so there's. The reason I.
Spit it out.
I'm realizing the more I'm here, I'm a terrible friend. Okay.
Oh,
What?
A little
So-
late to
What
the
are you
party,
about to say?
Mallory.
The reason I chose here instead of other empty places in the country, because they're everywhere. The Well and Buzzard's Bluff and the house, they're all connected.
In what way, dude?
Underground tunnels, ski lifts.
No,
what are
no.
you saying?
Your dramatic pauses are killing me, dude.
It's a mystery. The reason this was all closed off. In the 50s, this lake it's man-made. When they built it, they flooded a bunch of towns. Everyone was supposed to have gotten out, but it's the hill country, you know, and rumored is a lot of people were drowned when they flooded the lake because they couldn't get to them in the mountains and stuff. So there's always been stories of being haunted and stuff, and there was this family that lived in that house, and the little girl, she started hearing voices telling her to go to the well, and they think that she fell in the well, but they couldn't find her. And then a year later, they found her floating outside of this bluff.
Nope, fuck this.
So-
No, I'm gone.
So
I'm
what,
gone.
you're saying that these,
Nope.
these hills have got fucking eyes here?
This is
No.
government
That
land,
it's-
and I've got so many illegal
No.
things
Is that
in my
what you're
bag right
I mean,
now.
I didn't believe it.
I'm done.
It was just a mystery. I didn't believe any of it. It's just
You
a mystery.
brought a stoner
No.
onto government property, you idiot!
This is
No.
a really
Oh my
good human interest story.
No.
Now, you were not reporting any of this.
No.
I think we need to get in that house, and I think we gotta get in that
Cindy!
well, and I think we gotta uncover the truth.
I think we should hightail it out of here the way my gut is telling me to leap out of this bluff right now.
You know what? I think we should just go back to the gate and walk
Yep.
out of here because I don't do haunted, and you know this, Mallory.
Oh,
you know that
God.
that's my one thing that I don't do. That's why you didn't tell us what we were doing because you know that there is no way
No, I know,
I would have come. You know I can't stand that stuff.
I'm gonna start digging and bury my little stash
Listen,
I
it's
have,
a-
and I'm just
it's-
burying it, leaving it in the dirt,
Okay. Do
covering
you
it with
mark
pine
it?
needles. No, covering it with pine needles.
What did you cover, sorry?
My stash. We're on government property. I'm not having that in my bag.
All right.
Look, I didn't believe any of it. I just thought it would add to the ambiance of the experience.
Okay.
you know?
That was my one
let's-
veto. We all get one veto, and mine was supernatural stuff, and you know this, and I can't believe you did that. This is making my blood
All right,
pressure
all
go
right, all right.
up.
Okay, so we
I
know,
hate this.
We know one thing. We know there is someone else here. Okay.
But we don't know if it's a.
We don't know if
Someone.
it's the hills.
Stop. You
God.
stop.
Is it
Mallory
ghost?
tells the story. Everyone hears a snap, as what they thought were a tangle of branches moved. What looked like a giant wooden figure with goat skull moves deeper into the darkness out of view.
Did I hear?
So you hear this giant snap as one of the trees that's on fire kind of like branches as a leg kind of comes off of the tree and slams down into the ground in front of you as its flames are kind of rising up this leg, as then another leg kind of stomps out as you hear this like deep
growling coming from the tree. As it starts to move.
through the weeds, stepping one at a time as it makes its way into the forest, as you see this fire moving its way through, each step lighting up some of the grass around it, but the air is so thick and so moist that it just kind of dissipates as it hits the blades of grass and the trees as it disappears off into the
Everyone
trees.
sees it.
Please, be
Everyone
quiet.
sees
Be
it.
quiet. This is a once in a lifetime discovery. Be quiet.
Okay, so
Be quiet. Be quiet.
it's haunted. It's fucking haunted. It's
What
real.
the fuck did you
Fucking
put in our
haunted.
food,
Is
man?
that your dang
No,
friend?
he's fed us some edibles. We're all
why are you
tripping.
talking
Something. Why are you
No,
talking
you're the
so
druggie. Did you pick up mushrooms
You've
and
done
give them
this.
to us?
I do never dose
When the
my
li-
friends.
Why
Is
are you
this fucking
talking
real
loud?
right now, or are we tripping on something?
Are you trying to attract it over here? Is that what all of you
Well,
are doing?
maybe it'll
Are
take
you all
an
in this together?
interview.
Wait, has the big thing like already?
You just see the
it's
light
a- right,
disappearing
right.
into the
So it's
woods
already
as
gone.
little pieces of tree in the distance like light up in flame, but then the moisture fills the flame.
What the fuck is that grass
So we all
made
seeing
of?
this, right? We're not fucked up. We're not tripping, right?
I am not the only one this
Now, how do
time.
you know we're not tripping? How do you know we're not tripping? No.
Why
did
are we
you do
all
to
seeing
us?
the same thing,
Because
Mallory?
all I do is drink alcohol, Mallory, like
I'm gonna hit him
normal
with a pen.
people. Jan.
Okay. Let's calm down and decide our next fucking move.
We gotta go. We have to leave.
Go where?
We can't
As
stay
it
here.
disappears into the distance, you just start hearing the.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Do we think it was saying something? Okay, if you could figure out what it was saying, so that it's like maybe a quote.
Die, tiny humans!
That's good. Die, tiny.
Oh my
humans.
god.
I don't know what I'm fucking What's going on?
We have to go somewhere safe. This isn't
Yes.
safe.
Yes.
Maybe the well is safe.
No, the house
Yes,
probably.
the well is definitely safe.
The
We
well-
should go
house?
there.
Well, out in the open with these fucking giant tree monsters, probably not, right?
That thing's made of fire. It's not going to want to go down into a well.
But
where it's
okay,
wet.
wait. If this is just haunted,
Just haunted,
Mallory. Maybe it's something in the air. Maybe like the plants. Maybe the plants. Maybe like
pine
Was that
needles?
I don't know.
a fucking gas leak?
Was that
Maybe-
a weather
maybe there-
balloon, Mallory?
Maybe
We're getting high off this fire.
maybe there was weed growing on those trees.
Weed
I
does
don't
not make you see tree monsters, man.
And we all saw it, so that's another thing we can't.
Weed
just
is a nice
overlook,
drug. It
alright?
doesn't do that.
We all saw the same thing.
We all saw it. Weed
Okay.
helps your grandmas,
Okay.
Mallory.
Okay, so that's the given. We all see it. It's fucking probably true, unless it's this new kind of.
Both flames go out as if sucked into the air themselves.
Where's the fucking flashlight?
As you crank up your flashlight and point it up on the top of the hill, all the trees stand remaining completely fine, and a small little campfire sitting on the ground in between the 10 trees.
The fuck.
I can't do this.
This is truly phenomenal.
I can't.
I don't know whether
I don't know
to
what's real
stay
anymore.
or to leave, but there's a fire and there's fucking tree monsters.
We're just seeing stuff.
I'm
We're just
pulling-
there's
Oh.
something in the air.
Pulling out my wire cutters and holding them in my hand like a knife.
It,
I can't.
We're just-
I can't do
okay,
this.
alright.
I can't do supernatural.
Okay.
I can't do haunted.
Someone needs to make
I
a
can't do
decision.
possession. I
Um,
can't do this.
Okay, calm down, darling. I'm gonna hold this.
No, I need the lights.
Stop trying to take everyone's stuff. Yeah.
I am taking some. Shall we just sit down by the fire for 1 second, all right? Let's go to the fire, because that's probably the best option in this one moment.
yeah.
All right,
I'll give
so
us a
let's-
maximum of 5 minutes to make a decision.
Before
Okay,
what?
let's sit down for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's sit down.
there
Now, we
anything
can...
Oh God, my bus is gone.
Hold on. I'm gonna need one of you to make a roll for me.
Not you.
No, not you.
I nominate my... No.
How many dice do you
Cannot
have?
volunteer
8 or
to
9?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 dice.
I have
Okay.
7.
Yeah, you lost 2. Go ahead.
Oh, no touchy.
Darn.
Darn.
2 6s, 1 1,
Okay.
and I'm
You
on.
have-
I'm on my moment, so
You have no hope available. Remove that one.
2 6s though.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you all sit around the campfire, kind of placing the sleeping bags underneath you as to not just sit directly on the pine needles. Flame just kind of rumbles along, nice and slow, and nothing happens.
Everything's normal, right? Nobody sees
chill.
anything. No one sees anything, right? Except for like normal stuff.
Normal stuff.
I've put
so
my
far, so good.
plastic sheet down on the ground completely around me, and I'm sat in the middle of it, so if even an ant crawls onto it, I hear it.
So,
So,
yay or
Hey.
nay the well?
nay. I say nay.
Okay.
Should we just have
I
omelets
say go
tonight
back to
then?
the
We
gate.
could do that. That's normal.
I would love some food, please.
Oh.
Yep, that'd be nice. I like comfort food.
Ooh. I
I
mean,
guess it's probably, I owe everyone an apology.
You
think?
owe us a lot more than that. You owe us an iPad. You owe us a DS. You owe me a brand new stash. I'd love to smoke it right now. I'm really nervous.
It was a 3DS XL.
A
You owe
3DS
me
Mallory.
a tooth.
What do you want to say,
Teal.
Mallory?
I'm sorry, everyone. I
Can-
didn't.
Can you say I'm sorry about your tooth?
I'm sorry about your tooth.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about all of it. I don't know what's going on. I wanted something like this, but not like this.
People with anxiety don't like surprises, Mallory.
I have anxiety too.
I'm pretty darn well adjusted, and this is freaking me the fuck out.
So,
Shall we...
Cindy, I know you really want to go to the well right now, weirdly, but I really think we should wait for the sun to come up. There's a giant... I mean, I know I guess it's not. The tree's still here. I don't... The animals, there's stuff out there.
Okay. I feel like I've proposed a really reasonable plan to everyone, and I just feel like maybe you guys are jealous of my success, and you don't want me to take lead.
No, you say reasonable. Why do you want to go to the well? They're not there. They're not going to be there till tomorrow. We don't even have to go in the well. We just stand out there and wait.
I have to go there.
It's dark. There's a fire here.
You've
Why do you want to
never
go?
been here before. What are you even talking about?
Something's wrong.
What's wrong?
A lot of things are wrong
Cindy?
right now,
Can I
Sid.
tell them everything?
Can I tell them?
Who the fuck
Are you talking? Are you talking to me?
Cindy?
Yes. Yes.
Who are you talking to, Cindy?
Who are you talking to, Cindy?
For the well, Cindy.
The
answers are in the well.
Can you?
Hey, you're just kind of
Are you
spacing
around?
out on
Are
us right now.
There is a secret here, and
How do you know about
maybe the thing that you're looking for, Mallory, the thing that you need us all to do is to get closer and have an unforgettable experience. And maybe it's figuring out what happened on this peninsula. Maybe it's giving these spirits peace. Maybe it's that. And maybe we can all do it if we get to that well.
I really
No.
appreciate your
Listen,
search for a
listen. It's like
story,
we're-
but your lives are
No.
in danger here.
You
I
didn't
don't
have to do that, Jen. You did not have to. You did not have to say that like that.
You know what's a real unforgettable experience? These omelets. So
Oh my
I'm
goodness,
just
please,
gonna,
please,
we're
please.
just going to do this. We're gonna do this right now. We have a nice
Okay.
fire. All right.
Yeah, let's
I have the makings for that. So we'll just have breakfast for dinner.
Okay.
People do that.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been thinking of having a dinner menu and extending into nighttime hours.
Okay, so
So
we're
I'm
gonna-
just gonna.
We're gonna have dinner here. We're gonna sleep it out. We're gonna meet up with your buddies tomorrow morning
Yeah.
and get the fuck out of here.
Um,
right?
I'm gonna make my famous Morningside omelets for everybody. That will put everybody on a normal page. Okay.
Maybe it's my blood sugar that's low.
So I'm going to have you roll for that. Now, that's technically your hope, right?
That is my hope.
So if you succeed this roll, you'll get a hope die that you get to use for the rest of the game, which is a success on a 5 or a 6.
Nice.
Even when you only have 1 die left in your pool, the hope die remains, unless you fail your brink, and then you lose all hope. So, go ahead and make those omelets.
No, you don't blow.
No, I'm
on
blowing
it.
on it
you're
for
blowing
luck.
bad luck on
I'm
that.
blowing on it for luck.
You don't blow on
Cursing
it.
the die.
2 6s.
And no ones?
1.
Okay.
That was me when I blew on it.
You have no hope available outside of the... No, you get your hope, but you lose that 1. But you now add your pink hope die, or purple, to your pool, no one else. Just for you.
No, it doesn't roll for everybody.
Just for you.
Interesting.
As you cook up your omelets for everyone, the tension starts to relieve.
Yeah. So
You
just-
continue.
Just so y'all know,
Smells fucking
this
Yeah.
is a family recipe.
Thank
I mean, we've been making omelets for a while, and this one actually I've added saffron in,
That's so nice.
and the real saffron, you know, just to give it a little bit more kick.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put on some music for us. Brought in my general camping gear. Brought my he didn't destroy my iStereo. So we're just gonna listen to some music. He might destroy it later. That just might happen.
Does that work on
And
the
you
radio?
all...
We're gonna listen to the Amelie soundtrack and enjoy.
No, that's not what you have. You have what's playing, because that's how royalty-free music works. And you continue chatting, trying to calm your nerves a little bit. Without really noticing it, you all just kind of start drifting off throughout the night. As
Pan as a pillow.
you start to relax, and the tension and extreme stress you've been under is with the deepest, darkest sleep you've ever had. As the sun rises, only Cindy awakes to see Mallory sitting directly over you, staring at you about 6 inches from your face.
What? What?
Show you something.
Why me?
Because they speak to you too.
What are you talking about? No one is speaking to me.
The well.
What about it? Let's figure this out together.
So you grab Mallory's hand. He kind of lifts you up from your sleeping bag as he takes you to the edge of the bluff. As you're standing and you see this kind of like fog lifting over the lake and a silence that rests over everything. Your friends are asleep. You start to hear this sound in the water down below, this kind of like splashing the sound. As you look down to the bottom, you see a small girl floating. She kind of turns over, rolling in the water, looking up at you.
Save me from the well.
It's
Save
her.
me, Cindy.
Mallory. Mallory, it's her.
I see it too. I see it.
Can you describe to me what you're seeing? Because you're saying I see it, and I feel like that's not super clear. I just feel like... Can we say it at the same time?
She's dead, Mallory.
Oh. We
Just... She's dead like Mallory.
Wait, what the fuck?
Like me.
No!
And we're going to end the scene there, and that is it for this week's episode.
What?